During the third millennia, in a strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover. As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them, as America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how, by refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
And I said, hey, oi, let's chop your penis off. Oi, can I have me penis back? Why do you have dreadlocks, you white oppressor?
Royce Lopez.
Always be aborting. A always be aborting. Always be aborting.
Breaking news.
Breaking news, guys.
You're hearing it only on our show first. Apparently Donald Trump has worked out a deal. He will get the wall. Unfortunately, it's going to be a rock climbing wall.
Oh, no! The other side's going to be a slide. You climb the wall up and you just
lands into a nice, clean, chlorinated pool. And then you immediately get a welfare check. Fucking A.
Oh, shit. He was a boy, he went to girl, now he wants to be a boy again.
Oh, God, just stay a girl if you're going to be this indecisive.
I think Caitlyn Jenner's a handsome woman with a great penis. Look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with trannies. I just don't want to put that one's cock in my mouth.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast. Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time, here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce Lopez.
Warning, folks, we're going to be coming in hot real quick here. Welcome aboard, of course, Thursday afternoon. It's Revenge of the Sis, your favorite right-wing news and entertainment talk program. Mike Shealy and Royce Lopez, the leaders of your media insurgency. Royce, did you want to...
Am I Royce Lopez, Mike? I don't know anymore because, you know, they're trying to fucking unperson you. So, I mean, me, and what are you going to do, you know? Right before the show, like 20 minutes before the show, I'm down there scrolling through Facebook trying to get, you know, a couple last-minute things for prep like I do, so, you know, last minute, scrolling through some different pages. I'm like, all right, let's get ready for the show. Excited because I actually felt good today. Really did. I've had a couple of things of coffee. I'm ready to have a couple laughs.
And how about this? It's 2018. Yeah. How about this? He was merely existing on social media.
That's always alive.
As we're all want to do.
By the way, this isn't the Revenge of the Sis page. So we did nothing on that, so just be clear. The page is there. Everything's fine. I, specifically today, wasn't doing it. By the way, I'm not fucking edgelord guy on Facebook. Mike knows that. He follows
that's still me.
Yeah. And it's or dude at all. You know, I post dumb memes. I get into political fights with people. But, you know, I don't fucking call people the fucking N-word or Nazis.
Again.
You know?
A lot of times that's me.
And stuff like that. And
not so much the N-word, but a lot with the Jew and the Muslim stuff.
Same difference. I was going through the...
I like the blacks.
I was going through my Facebook, and by the way, this doesn't freak me out anymore when this happens because it happens all the time because of the page. They don't like something that we posted, and they log you out. And I do the little refresh thing on Facebook on my phone. You've been logged out. I go, oh, great. I wonder what thing I posted on the page that got me in trouble this time. And by the way, I've caught a couple 30-day bans before, but whatever.
And it's known in the shit posting and alt-right communities. Like even Jennifer Kiddo posted that picture the other day of the logout screen. And somebody just wrote, like, everyone knows that feel. And it's like, oh, no. When you look at the app and you see logging out, you're like, what did I do?
So I go to log back in because it says confirm your identity. You know, the typical thing, confirm your identity. I'm like, oh, here we go. Now I have to go through all my posts and make sure that they're mine and I wasn't hacked or what the fuck ever. Everyone knows who's been through it, knows what I'm talking about. I get a message from Facebook that says, and I'll post it up here so everyone can see it. So I'm sure a lot of our friends, like Mike says, know this feeling. I got a message from Facebook that says, your account has been disabled. For more information, or if you think your account was disabled by mistake, please visit the help center. I don't know what I did.
Well, I mean, I have an idea.
What, being alive?
Clearly, you're a Nazi.
Oh, okay. Well, you're right.
White nationalist, fascist, Donald Blump supporter. You got Cheeto dust all over your lips from sucking our fake president's dick. Oh, see, I'm trying to keep my Facebook. So, look. Don't do to me what you did to him, okay?
This is.
I'm with you, okay? Dump Trump. I'm with you. We'll impeach the guy. Just don't take my 12-year-old Facebook account away.
I've had Facebook
11 years for me.
I had it like as soon as it went from just being for universities to I got it like I think the month after, you know.
And I didn't want one back in 2007. The only reason I got one is because I was doing stand-up. And my old manager and my one of my partners at the time, Super Cat Matt Ward, he was the one that said, get a Twitter and get a Facebook. And I'm like, all that shit sounds super gay. But he was right. I was wrong. You were on there as early as I was. So I understand. I went through this. I know that feeling because Royce was around when I got mine permanently taken away. And I was crushed because I was like, and I even got the email confirming that I was never going to get my my account back ever again, they told me. And I was like, that's like 10 years of photos that I don't have copies of, memories, check-ins. Do you understand that Facebook has done a remarkable job, way better than I have, at remembering my life? I'd like to keep that, but I'm pretty sure you're going to get yours back.
Well, yeah. So, again, I don't know what I did. I have no clue. And yeah, I got Facebook, you know, for a different reason than you did. I got Facebook because at the time, my now wife, but then girlfriend, had a Facebook account, and the college that she went to was one of the first ones that got it before the public got it. And she was like, "Oh, you should get Facebook. It's so much easier." Because back then we were using AIM to talk, you know, because there was no Facebook. So I was like, "Well," she was like, "Get Facebook because I could use it at work and we could talk." I'm like, "Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll get an account."
And that was back in the glory days of not worrying about
Yeah.
the government or anybody watching you. You could literally be like, "Are we hanging out Saturday? Okay, cool. Can you go get some ecstasy and some Mountain Dew?" Like, there was no worry about back then. Like, oh, they're watching us. Nowadays, you don't type anything into a chat.
And by the way, just to show you how much I love and hate my friends, Mitch, who we're going to have tomorrow. We talked about this yesterday about the Gray State documentary.
Yes.
Not only the Gray State documentary, but also the A&E show that they did on the movie. He's going to be on. And by the way, you're going to love him if you haven't heard him on our other shows, Fit Circle and Dutch and Royce and Hippo Juice. Mike and I have been doing radio with Mitch for probably as long as we've had Facebook.
Yeah, I love Mitch.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite humans, and he's one of the funniest people. But yeah, and I think some of the audience knows about this because I actually talked about this briefly on Nightwave once, and I was saying that on ROTC one day I would like to do a Gray State thing because
that'll be great.
I was like, we met this dude. And he was normal, like he was a normal guy.
yeah,
they were
yeah.
conspiracy
At the
nuts.
Hard Rock.
Yeah, normal
Yeah.
dudes. We just had a couple beers. Remember, we ate and whatever.
By the way, not super edgy either. They were covering a Ron Paul get together.
No, yeah,
it
well,
was nothing. You know,
we all saw what happened to anybody from. We all see who's. All the Ron Paul people have evolved into something completely
That is a good
different
point.
now. But anyway, we'll get into that.
So Mitch sends me this. I just sent him. I go, "Hey man, I'm over here now." And of course, being the caring friend and knows how tough it is for me, he sends me this.
What'd you do?
And look, Mitch, I don't know what I did.
I told you are a fascist, Blonald Blump.
And so yeah, it's disabled. So now, and this isn't creepy, by the way. And Mike, you've been through this too, and many of our friends have as well. So then to appeal it, they go, we're going to need a picture of your ID. Oh, cool. So now the only people that can legally should be able to ask for your ID are like fucking cops. I don't need an ID to vote, Mike. I don't need an ID to vote,
Honestly,
Mike.
unless I'm trying to get, the only time you should be able to ask me for ID.
Get into a club.
Or get into any building.
Okay, that's fair.
If you own the property and there's something happening and I need to get inside, I am perfectly okay with somebody going, hey, you got an ID on you? Yeah, boom, no problem. And half the time, they don't even look at it. They're just trying to, it's a bluff. They just want to make sure you're like, totally. And they're like, all right, Florida guys, get out of here.
But it's what you said. It's not that I'm butthurt about, because let's be honest. I'll be honest with you. I'm going to, again, I'm on my other account. I'm going to get my friends that I like and the people that I interact with. And it's going to be a pain in the ass, but I'll do it. But the real problem, and I got to get rid of a lot of fucking people that just, if you friend like one comic from New York, just one, it's like letting in a vampire. The rest come in. So the moment, you know what I'm talking about? You friend one, and then you have 2,000 people.
There's comedians are probably the worst offenders, I think, out of anybody when it comes to, they're like porn bots. Once you get friends with, actually the worst part about comedians is they're so eager to add people that they also bring porn bots with them. So it's a swarm of comedians and porn bots.
Yeah, but you know what? At least porn bots, I could get off to. Comedians are, and you know how it is. Hey, I'm going to be at the Chuckle Hut. It's $5. It's a bringer show. And it's like, God damn it.
Are you going to be bummed out that you lost your friendships with like Amy Schumer and Nick DiPaolo?
The only one that I'm bummed about is not Amy Schumer. Well, no, I am bummed about Amy Schumer because I got to talk fucking shit on her, and since I was able to tag her regular account, it would pop up on her thing. But yes, the Nick DiPaolo one I'm bummed about because it's cool. Phil Lord, it's another one. Don't have him as a friend anymore. But that's not even I wasn't even thinking about that. My biggest bum out is like my entire life in pictures.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like not even just the pictures.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you guys know this about me, right? But I like to have a drink now and again.
I don't think that's true.
So, like, my memory's pretty good. But there are many little things, little moments, you know what I mean, that you forget about. I have a solid memory, but sometimes Facebook will go, hey, 3 years ago this day, and you click and you go, I remember that cup of coffee with that person. What a lovely day that was. And then you have a moment. You know what I mean? I'm not going to fucking remember that on my own until that person dies. And then I won't be in a good mood to remember it in a good way.
Person dies. That's something else. Pictures I've taken with people that are no longer around, people that have died, family members that have died that I have fought. Same thing. It pops up. Oh, man, that was the picture I took with my grandma. And
now,
I'm
I'm
like,
pretty sure, can't you request an archive?
Okay, it says, this is what it said. It said, and here, I'll read it to you because maybe someone could explain this to me because I'm not really sure what it means.
Blackburn's an expert on this. Can somebody find Blackburn?
Hey, Jamie, can you pull Blackburn up?
Hey, Jamie, can you get Blackburn? Thanks. But Blackburn is one of those creepy internet ghosts where you go, Blackburn! And he just he'll pop up in a chat room and go, what?
It says, download your information. So I don't know what that means.
Yeah, there's no way it's all of it.
If it's that's got to be 2 terabytes of information because
at least
between videos,
10, 12, that's 11 years for me. That's more than 10. That's
you're right.
That's a fucking.
So it's again, maybe it's just a coincidence, but today's the same day that they're doing the big Twitter purge.
Yeah, I lost 2,000 followers,
and I'm gonna check on. I'm checking on is ROTC okay?
I lost a couple,
but it wasn't that. It wasn't. It was newer, so it wasn't that.
Yeah, no, mine was old, and I've never hidden the fact that I bought followers back when buying followers wasn't like, you got to understand, buying followers wasn't always a basic bitch move. There was the early days of the early Twitter hustle when everybody was rushing towards a blue check mark and everybody was doing, events and shows. And, even when I did comedy, it did help for me to go on the road and people go, oh, he's got 10,000 followers, So, like, I know I bought a chunk of those. And I know you probably did.
Yeah.
I did a little bit back in the day. Back in about like 07.
Yeah. Here's what I was going to say.
All right to do it.
That's perfect. Here's what I was going to say. The reason, and by the way, I don't even rip on people now. But when people buy retweets, it bothers me. But followers, it doesn't. And here's the reason why. Because your Twitter account can be gone in a moment's notice. So people like Mike and I have adapted. And we'll have 5 or 6 accounts just sitting there waiting to make that your main account if they take it away. And it's easier to build that account back up if it looks like you have followers. You know what I mean? Perfect example. And I'll admit it, when ROTC Media went down, when they took ROTC Media down and we had to make ROTC Radio, I was like, look, I could make a new account. I got like an extra Hippo Juice one just sitting around.
Yeah, because we had so many troll shit posting accounts back in the day.
So I'm like, I'm gonna just grab this one. That way you don't have to start fresh, and it doesn't look. And it also looks like the account's been around for a while. You know,
we took turns flipping accounts because the original at ROTC Media. I gotta tell the story.
Okay, this is great. Go ahead.
When Jamie Kilstein, feminist male, feminist midget man, got all his sexual misconduct allegations.
Hey, Jamie, raped that girl?
A lot of us who had been wronged by Jamie Kilstein in the past were just waiting just waiting to murder this man. I made a Twitter account. I don't know how it didn't get zapped, but it was at Rapey Kilstein.
I remember that account.
And at Rapey Kilstein I started tweeting as like an angry Jamie Kilstein, and I was just writing things like, I fucking sided with you gashes during Gamergate. You all fucking owe me sex. Like, I was just writing the meanest incel comments I could think of.
I remember that account.
And I built up like from the O&A subreddit and a few other places, and like a couple, like it was a pretty decent, I think it had 240 genuine organic followers. So when we started doing the show, and that obviously that died down because he's a nobody and the fun died out, I was like, well, I don't want to use merch, but I got this one that's already got 200 and some odd, and it was all shit. Like, some of you guys came from that account because it was such a shit posty thing, and then it morphed into that. But now he has one, so now next time I have to turn like Identity Pagora.
We go back. You're right. We go back and forth.
There's certain ones I can't give up. At Owen Hart stays.
No,
at Owen Hart.
I agree, because you'll never get that one again.
At Guns for Tards, I have to keep that one.
Right.
And then I have a bunch of other ones like at Fake Infowars. I have a bunch. So yeah, whenever we get in trouble, we just flip one over. But yeah, everybody bought a few back in the day. I lost exactly 2,000 followers, which is weird.
I don't know.
2005.
Yeah. So then after the ROTC Media went down, and we still don't know what we did for that, by the way. So just to be clear, once the ROTC Media one went down, I was like, well, I could start a new account, or I could just grab an old Hippo Juice one that's just been sitting there. You know what I mean? And I just grabbed it and I changed the name. That's the thing. You have to fucking adapt to their system, to break their algorithms. It sucks, but so now my account's disabled. I had to take a picture of my ID, so now they have a picture of my fucking ID, and they said they'll get back to me shortly. Who the fuck knows what that means? Maybe it'll be back, maybe it won't.
I think it will, because you are,
What? What?
You got to play up the whole, Hispanic thing.
What am I?
You're one of those brown people.
Okay, you're right. You know what? I should say that. I should say I'm going to do your tactic. Be like, a literal Nazi
was mass reporting.
Blame
it on Baked Alaska. Everybody in the social media business hates Baked Alaska.
So now we build from the ashes. I will rebuild. Look, I'm not going to spend the whole show complaining about it. What are you going to do? Fucking deal with it and you move on. Because even a couple years ago, I would sit here going, but what the fuck did I do? Someone fucking tell me. After going through this, and not just with my personal account, but with the show's account, the ROTC account, our fucking Facebook page, our Twitter account, our YouTube account, our Twitch account. After a while, you get beaten into submission. You're like, I guess I did something wrong. What are you going to do? And it's better to spend more time just getting another account moving. Again, what bothers me the most are my fucking memories. That's it. And people could say, well, you're the idiot. Why would you post all your memories on Facebook? I don't know, because I don't have 5 fucking terabyte hard drives sitting around to keep my entire history of my life. And also, to be fair, when I started fucking Facebook 4 years ago was not Facebook of today. You had to really fuck up for them to even ban you for a day from Facebook. Yeah. So when I signed up for Facebook, I thought it was going to be MySpace. You could get away with murder on MySpace. You do what the fuck you wanted on. I mean, murder. There was the wild fucking West.
You could on Twitter. Remember Fun Twitter?
Fun Twitter was the best.
Twitter was like, literally, you could get A-list celebrities to fight with you and get you so many followers.
Yep.
It was so much fun back in the day. And it's like nowadays tactics have changed. Now they'll give you an entire, if you're famous enough, they'll give you, any management team will give you an entire speech on what not to do and not to get sucked into these fights. But back in the day, they didn't know any better. So you could call you could call Tom Green a fucking failure, and then he would argue with you for a little bit, and then people would start following you. It was fun.
Oh, perfect. And now, it's funny. My wife just sent me a message. She goes, so my relationship status with you is just gone now. Yeah, and it's gone.
Hey, guys, for those of you wondering, I guess that means she's back on the market, right? Is that how that works?
More importantly,
Facebook
it means
is how
I'm back on the market.
Yeah, everybody's back. Hey, everybody's single. I believe if it's not Facebook official, right?
A fish, I believe,
Is
is
the
kids
word.
say.
So I don't know. Yeah, so literally, thanks a lot, Facebook. You literally just divorced him from his wife.
I hope you're fucking happy.
Ruining lives.
Yeah. So let's just move on to the rest of the show. I mean, I'm angry, but hopefully that'll benefit and not be a hindrance.
What about, I'm sure everybody, our anger resonates, right? Who else lost 2,000 followers today?
People, let us know. Type F if you lost followers in the chat.
I want 2,000 Fs in the chat.
No,
my lost
please
followers.
don't do that because they're really going to do it. Our autistic listeners are going to sit there and go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You idiot.
It's going to be fucking Fs in Nightwave chat tonight. We got to make up 2,000. We're going to be here all day. They're going to be in Frank's chat later. Deleted streams. F.
So, what do we want? What do we want to do first? Want to talk about Stormy Daniels being arrested?
Yeah, they already dropped the charges, too.
That was
this
quick.
fucking coos. Oh, boy.
It was in Ohio, I believe. And here, let's have former NFL star, current cuck.
I was kidding about the Fs, guys.
Overnight, Stormy Daniels arrested during one of her shows, taken into custody, and our chief justice correspondent, Pierre Thomas, has the latest. Good morning, Pierre.
Michael, good morning. That's right.
Okay, hold on a second. When did Michael Strahan, he's slowly coming from being one of the most feared football players to listen to his effeminate voice now. Just before we even get to the
Because they're
Stormy
probably
Daniels.
telling him to be more like that for Good Morning America.
Stormy Daniels arrested during one of her shows, taken into custody, and our chief justice correspondent, Pierre Thomas, has the latest. Good morning, Pierre.
Michael, good morning. That's right. The arrest of the adult film star happening overnight during a performance at a strip club. But this morning, her attorney is crying foul.
This guy here looks like someone that would have represented Martin Luther King. You know what I mean? With the glasses and the look, he has that
I
look.
think it looks like Gandhi.
Yeah, that was a good point. Well, except for one flaw that Gandhi wouldn't have liked. Gandhi was a racist. Here.
Foul. Overnight, what started as an adult nightclub appearance in Columbus, Ohio, ending in an arrest for porn star Stormy Daniels. Daniels seen here in handcuffs, a police officer leading the way. In a series of tweets, her attorney Michael Avenatti saying Daniels was arrested for allowing a customer to touch her while on stage in a non-sexual manner. Avenatti also claiming the arrest was a setup and politically motivated, adding it.
By the way, it wasn't politically motivated either. Look, and Mike was saying it before the show. The charges are bullshit, obviously.
Yeah, I will. I'm not in the business. I'm in the business of patrolling thoughts. I ain't in the business of defending thoughts.
Yeah.
However, in the interest of fairness here, Ohio titty bars don't give a fuck about a little bit of ass grabbing and titty grab. Trust me, they don't. So that being said, this was definitely. Now I'm not saying was it Donald Trump? I want you to arrest this whore on sight, and I want you to take her up back and shoot. No, I do think that there are opportunistic people in life. And I do think now it's coming out that these cops were there as part of some human trafficking investigation, which is probably true.
That's what I read.
But I think that somebody saw the ball and they grabbed it. You know what I mean? And I think that now the DA is like, look, this was clearly, you saw Stormy Daniels. She broke a minor rule that we probably would not have arrested a regular stripper for. So what are you going to do?
Yeah.
They had to drop it. I want Stormy Daniels to suffer for the rest of her life.
She already does. She's a retired porn star.
But that's what I mean. So I don't need you. I don't need any excited young cops helping. Just, you know what I mean? Dude, trust me. She's been arrested before. She was arrested where I used to live in Tampa. Right. She was arrested. She used to live where she got arrested was like 4 blocks from where I lived. She's gonna fuck it up again.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do is make her a martyr.
Yeah, she will fuck this up on her own.
So, so she's been released. I don't think this is that big of a deal, outside of the fact that I think it's every time that I see something happen to Stormy Daniels, I get excited because it just a lot of the people on the left made her some sort of hero. She's gonna take down Trump. How many articles you read? Is a stripper the key to take down Trump? Storms are brewing.
Don't.
Those are real.
Don't.
But I'll read more if you want.
No. All right, a couple more.
Okay. Porn star screws Trump in the primary. It's typical HuffPo bullshit. But it's not that big. Who cares? She's not going to take Trump down. It's worthless to do that. You know what? The title should read "Stripper Gets Arrested for Being a Stripper."
That's basically it. And again, this hoe is going to get arrested without our help. So just relax, guys. She was arrested for domestic violence before, where I used to live. Mm-hmm. She's sort of known around the. I don't give a fuck. I don't work in that business anymore. She's known around like the Dollhouse and stuff like that. I know people at the Dollhouse, and I don't care if you get fired, Ross.
Jesus,
but fuck that business. But yeah, it's these girls. She's one of the ones that's known for being a cunt. And I've worked with some lovely porn stars when I used to work for with features. Who was the one from? The one from the fucking Bret Michaels. Remember the one that won the Bret Michaels show? That one?
Yeah, I know you're talking about. I heard her name.
Lovely girl. The one that Wiener got caught sexting originally back in the day.
Hey, James, pull that up.
The first one was a girl named Ginger Lee. Lovely girl. I met her back.
That's a good name. Because it's like Gingerly.
And she was, I just want to say she was a very nice girl.
Was Gingerly her real name?
Her name was Ginger,
okay,
but it wasn't.
Oh, it says her real name here is Snatching McCuntball.
But
which Gingerly's better, I guess.
She was fun and tiny and and fun.
Mike had sex with her. So we. Speaking of fucking people,
how about this Mueller investigation? You know, it'd be great as if fucking Mark Levin started working blue. And speaking of fucking people, let's talk about Mueller, fucking America, in the mouth and pussy and asshole. Mr. Producer, clip one.
And go. Peter Strozk today is speaking to members of Congress. And look, a lot of shows are going to cover more of this, so we're not going to go too in depth about this. You can fucking tune in to Hannity tonight, who I'm sure is going to be having a seizure about it. But there is one man. If Sarah Sanders is our girl, Ted Gowdy, he's our boy.
Oh.
Of Four Horsemen fame.
I like Ric Flair a lot.
So this is a quick little back and forth between Gowdy and Strozk.
And your testimony is Bob Mueller did not kick you off because of the content of your text. He kicked you off because of some appearance that he was worried about.
Sure. My testimony, what you asked and what I responded to, was that he kicked me off because of my bias. I'm stating to you it is not my understanding that he kicked me off because of any bias, that it was done based on the appearance. If you want to represent what you said accurately, I'm happy to answer that question, but I don't appreciate what was originally said being changed.
I don't give a damn what you appreciate, Agent Strozk. I don't appreciate having an FBI agent with an unprecedented level of animus working on 2 major investigations during 2016.
Oh, shit, son.
In your testimony,
he came in like a fucking rocket at him.
This is clearly a clip we're going to have to play more than once, right?
Of course we're going. Mike, I was already ready, so let's break it down.
Okay, of
All
course.
Right? First off, let's start with, boy, does Peter Strozk look like every nerd you beat up in high school.
Actually, Mr. Medicare had the best, or one of his fans had a good observation. He looks like Private Pile. Like right when he's sitting on the toilet. Joker! Yeah, right, that moment.
So it must, by the way, for the people that don't know, please know that Peter Strozk is the person who sent the text messages while cheating on his wife to his girlfriend, who also worked for the FBI, Lisa Page, saying that they were going to take down Trump, that they had a plan B that they planned in Andy's office, that don't worry, even if he gets in office, we're going to take care of it. So these are things that he said. This isn't like some sort of Republican smear job. This is
man. That's how I have to throw in the man.
Yeah. So let's play this again. Let's break it down. Oh, something else I want to point out. Look at this guy behind him. This guy behind him is absolutely some sort of U.S. Marshal or somebody trying to be incognito. Would be like, I'm just a normal guy here.
You know what he reminds you of? Like what an air marshal would look like on an
Sweating.
airplane.
He's sweating.
You're getting on the plane and he's just like, boy, just another day in my commute.
Hi.
He just keeps looking down at his piece.
Jim Johnson, pencil manufacturer. I am not an air marshal.
And you're like, don't they make most pencils in China now? Freeze! Everybody
Get
down!
down!
Everybody on the ground! You have to deboard the plane. You're like, he's the worst air marshal. Dude, you really have to relax.
Jesus Christ, dude. Right.
And your testimony is Bob Mueller did not kick you off because of the content of your text. He kicked you off because of some appearance that he was worried about.
My testimony, what you asked and what I responded to, was that he kicked me off because of my bias. I'm stating to you it is not my understanding that he kicked me off because of any bias, that it was done based on the appearance. If you want to represent what you said accurately, I'm happy to answer that question, but I don't appreciate what was originally said being changed.
I don't give a damn what you appreciate, Agent Strozk. I don't appreciate having an FBI agent with an unprecedented level of animus working on 2 major investigations during 2016.
Now, listen.
I don't ever want to get dressed down by Trey Gowdy.
Here's what I'm going to say. Because a lot of people are like, Trey Gowdy 2024. Nah. Sessions out, Trey Gowdy in. That's what I want.
Yeah, because he's law enforcement.
Oh, yeah, no, first off, even if you knew nothing about him, just you look at him, hear him talk, you're like, all right, where did you serve? And what he cop? Some sort of federal agent? Like, he has the typical,
Yeah, I could see him maybe. Because I honestly, I think still to this day, Sessions is one of those ones I just don't like.
I don't either.
He just gives me that. You know when these leftists are always like, anybody who likes anything Republican, they're all racist. They all hate whatever. I get that vibe from Sessions. I don't get that vibe from most people around Trump, but I feel like Sessions is the one that you could find a leaked tape of, where he's like, we wouldn't even have any crime in this country if it wasn't for all the God bleed. And you're like, Jesus Christ, Jeff. Look, he's one of those guys with a few bourbons in him.
Jeff, just because you're right doesn't mean you should be saying those things.
Let me tell you something. I used to go down to the Kentucky Derby there, and I'll tell you what, a lot of fine folks down there, and, they all had something in common. You're like, all right, Jeff.
I would love Trey Gowdy to take his job and be like, Mr. Gowdy, my children were taken from me. I don't give a damn about your children. I give a damn about the Constitution of the United States of America. Back in the cage with you.
But I also think he's not that heartless. Like he's clearly would be better because he doesn't come off like a racist. He
No.
like a real partisan guy. Like he just comes off like you said. I don't give a damn. You're gonna get over there when you get back over here. Yeah. And I love, dude. They gave him a great option. I think Trump gave him a great option the other day when he just told him, don't come here illegally.
Yep.
You won't get separated.
If you don't want to get separated, don't come. I saw something else where Trump basically said, if you come to this country illegally, you have 2 options. Take your kid and go back, or go back without your kid. Those are your options. That's it. That's what you do. My heart doesn't bleed. I'm really sorry, but fucking beat it. The other thing is just a quick one. It's not even worth playing, but Representative Cohen, Congressman Cohen, who's Jewish, and also a Democrat. Both of the same thing. Double Jew. Can we go for the triple parentheses? Triple Jew! We have triple Jew! Anyway, he said, Mr. Strozk, I would give you the Medal of Honor if I could.
Why?
Well, because what he did is the same thing as a soldier who put his life on the line, banging some hoe at the FBI, and yeah.
For beautiful, for spacious skies, for pieces on the side.
Look,
I like you, Strozk. It's okay. I used to bang chicks at work too. I get it, but I just wasn't married and I wasn't a father.
and I wasn't trying to impeach a sitting president. You know,
That's all. I had my own.
mostly the last thing.
Yeah, I had my own problems. I realized that Obama had his at the time.
So-
and I wasn't sitting here throwing shade at Obama back then.
One more time. We have to play one more time, and then we can move on. But I think it's worth listening to one more time.
And your testimony
There's also
is
a clip of Louis Gohmert that's going around. That's really good. Hang on, I think I found it. It's in it's a Twitter video though.
Louis Gohmert.
Yeah. He went in hard. Like Trey Gowdy went with the I don't give a damn, but he was very firm. This dude went fucking just nuts, like just swinging and punching. It was pretty awesome.
I got it. I found it.
But we'll watch Trey. I gotta watch Trey.
We will watch Trey one more time. It's very important.
your testimony is Bob Mueller did not kick you off because of the content of your text. He kicked you off because of some appearance that he was worried about.
Sure. My testimony, what you asked and what I responded to, was that he kicked me off because of my bias. I'm stating to you it is not my understanding that he kicked me off because of any bias, that it was done based on the appearance. If you want to represent what you said accurately, I'm happy to answer that question, but I don't appreciate what was originally said being changed.
I don't give a damn what you appreciate, Agent Strozk. I don't appreciate having an FBI agent with an unprecedented level of animus working on 2 major investigations during 2016.
Fucking send me the Gohmert video on Twitter because it was on YouTube and now it's not anymore.
He is such a fucking Chad.
Dude, and by the way, again, it needs to be pointed out, he was never even a hard line fucking Trumper. Gowdy wasn't. He's had disagreements with Trump before.
No, here's why I like Trey Gowdy. Because Trey Gowdy reminds me of any friend that you've ever had that, like when you, like, or even yourself, like you remember being red-pilled, going through the experience of getting red-pilled. I feel like I'm watching Trey Gowdy get red-pilled. Like, because he's not a Trump guy per se, but he's just watching the whole world fuck this guy, and he's going like, all right, man, enough's enough. This is bullshit.
This is the goddamn president of the United States of America.
Yeah, it's like watching the Charlottesville stuff and seeing like some of these guys getting battery acid thrown in their faces and getting chased with guns, but then at the end they're like, these guys are all bad, and you're like, what?
Yeah, here it is, and it's sorry that it's a Twitter video. Sorry that it's not.
FBI agents around the
not in
country.
packets.
You've embarrassed them. You've embarrassed yourself. And I can't help but wonder when I see you looking there with a little smirk, how many times did you look so innocent into your wife's eye and lie to her about Lisa?
Mr. Chairman.
No.
Oh!
There was a ruckus, too. There was a ruckus.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Chairman, what? Okay.
There was a whole ruckus after this.
Yeah.
This got heated.
Her about Lisa.
Mr. Chairman, this is outrageous.
Credibility of a witness
Shame
is
on
always
you,
an
Mr.
issue.
Chairman.
and
Mr.
you-
Chairman, please.
Shame on him. Hold on. Rook, shame on him? What about shame on the liar? What about shame on the guy that fucking cheated on his goddamn wife with another FBI agent?
And by the way, I want this. I want us to all find this Louis Gohmert, whatever guy today.
Louis J. Gomez, got it.
Louis J. Gomez, the real ass Puerto Rican rattlesnake.
He doesn't look Puerto Rican in this, but
He's a real ass dude.
Okay,
He did a great
fair
job
enough.
today.
I like
Could we just get Louis J. Gomez in Congress? I'll deal with him.
Yeah, that's great. It'd be great.
But no, let's all make sure today that we go follow him on Twitter and support him. I like this guy. I like the cut of his jib.
Witness
Shame
is
on you,
always
Mr.
an
Chairman.
issue.
Mr.
and you
Chairman, please. Have you
Who's the one? Mr. Chairman.
Somebody's about to say, have you no shame?
have
you Mr. Chairman, this is intolerable harassment of the witness.
What's wrong with that? You need your medication.
The gentleman control.
Look.
This shit is fucking. You know what I love about this, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know who's not around any of this? Trump.
Nope.
This is Mueller. This is Strozk. This is Lisa Page. This is this whole thing that the FBI put together. This fucking complete zoo is stopping at the senators in Congress.
He is.
And they're all picking them apart now. And Trump is just like, look, I have things to do, NATO meetings. Look, we're getting fucked by China. I don't know if you know this. $1 trillion, folks.
I'm going to let my little homies rat in you, you bitch-ass motherfuckers.
He's letting the outlaws take care of this while he fucking go. Oh, he's the best. I love this. Did you see the thing I sent you about the Merkel?
I would have loved to have seen it, Mike.
Oh, yeah. No, there was. It's not even a great whole article to read, but apparently the first time Angela Merkel and Donald Trump met face to face, the first thing he said to her was, "Yeah, so you owe me $1 trillion."
Well, I mean, he's not wrong, right? He's not wrong.
And it wasn't in a nasty way, but it was in a ball-busty kind of way. It's like, yeah, so look, you owe me $1 trillion. So
pay up.
When are we going to talk about this? Throwing her starburst. I love this nigga. He's the best president
He is
ever.
the fucking best.
So you guys are doing good with that investigation.
Holy fuck. By the way, the mental gymnastics that I'm seeing liberals do about this is fucking hilarious.
I don't give a damn what you'd like, agents.
Yeah.
He is a fucking Chad, dude.
Yeah. I like front seats to WrestleMania, but I'm not going to get those. Now sit the fuck down. Oh, fuck. One of the four. It's okay, fine. So that's Trey Gowdy's a Ric Flair. Do we now is Louis Gohmert, right? Gohmert.
Yeah,
Is he the Arn Anderson?
Arn Anderson?
No, Arn Anderson's more level-headed.
No, yeah.
Ted Cruz is Arn Anderson.
I don't know, though. He came hard. He could be. I mean, Arn Anderson was
The
the
enforcer? You're right.
So I think Gohmert might be our Arn Anderson.
Okay, then who's Ted Cruz? Two to choose from.
Is he part of the Four Horsemen?
Wouldn't he be? Yeah, he has to be.
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, you know what? Maybe he's not. Maybe he was cool with them. How about that?
Yeah. Maybe he's like the J.J. Dillon.
Chris
He's
Benoit.
like the manager. You know?
Anyway, so that's what's going on in our Congress right now. And by the way, all that screaming and stuff, remember, Vox, that's what you wanted. That's what British Parliament looks like. Everyone's screaming at each other. You got it? Well, there you go. This is what you wanted, now you got it.
I like spirited parliamentary sessions, though. Those are always fun to watch.
Yeah, but at least the wigs is what gets me. When they have to wear the wigs.
But we don't usually in America get that kind of audience outbreak after a comment.
Take your medication.
Have you no shame?
Rubble.
It is just like all the from Frisky Dingo and the old stands when he cloned himself. There was just a bunch of stands in the boardroom, and they would always go in the background.
Here, I actually isolated the sound of Congress while I was saying it, if you want to hear it.
Standing out here yelling rabble, rabble, rabble isn't going to help anything.
Papa John's.
What happened?
Was founder.
Sounds delicious.
Just stepped down as a CEO.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Is he taking some time off for another safari or maybe some personal time to enjoy his family?
John Shatner, the founder and chairman of the public face of pizza chain Papa John's, used the N-word on a conference call in May, a source with knowledge of the events told Forbes. Because initially he wanted to change the name to Better Ingredients, Better Neighborhoods.
Ah, I got it. Higher property values.
He was also quoted as saying, look, we're Papa John's, and let's face it, certain communities, Papas never show up.
Exactly.
The call was arranged between Papa John's executives and marketing agency Laundry Service. It was designed as a role-playing exercise for Shatner in an effort to prevent future public relations snafus. Shatner caused an uproar in November 2017 when he waded into the debate over national anthem protests in the NFL and partly blamed the league for slowing the sales of pizza. On the May call, Shatner was asked how he would distance himself from a racist group online. He responded by downplaying the significance of the NFL statement. Now, mind you guys, I'm reading this verbatim. It's very important that you understand I'm reporting this. But
please don't.
Don't do it?
Don't do it.
Don't?
You know what he said.
Okay.
Do we get extra points for saying it? No, we're gonna.
I know it's fun though.
It was the end.
Well, but I want to read it in context. What I was saying. It's not that he said the N word. It's the whole sentence.
Oh yeah, the sentence. I thought you were going to say the word. I'm
No.
like, I don't want to get.
I was going to
journalists.
I was going to read the actual. It's in the article. Is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
But I won't say the. I won't say. But I'll the rest of the sentence I'll say. How about that? Colonel Sanders called blacks N-words, but he used the word. Shatner allegedly said before complaining that Sanders never faced public backlash.
But I mean, let's be fair, dear Papa John.
That's not his name.
That was a long time ago, and
Yeah, he was
the
fucking
Colonel
called
died.
Colonel.
Yeah, the Colonel died at a time when most of us were still calling him that word.
Yeah, that's a good point.
He's been gone a long time. So I don't know. Do you want to dig him up and yell at his bones? Or do you want to go punch Reba McEntire in the face? I don't know what you want from that, John. You're alive in 2018, all right? Maybe you shouldn't have dropped. Like, I get, because, look, you're all retarded. Anybody asking John, or what is his real name?
Well, his name is John Shatner, but not
Mr.
Papa John.
Shatner. Anybody asking for his removal or him to step down or put this pressure on him, you're fucking idiots because he didn't mean what he said in that context. Also, to all of you fucking idiots on the right now and all you like alt-right people that are like, oh, I'm getting some Papa Johns today. He also didn't say it in the way you like it. So you're all fucking stupid.
Because he continues, Shatner also reflected on his early life in Indiana, where he said people used to drag African Americans from trucks until they died. He apparently intended the remarks to convey an antipathy to racism, but multiple individuals on the call found them to be offensive, the source says. After learning about the incident, laundry service owner Casey Wasserman
every single time
moved to terminate the company's contract with Papa John's. Reached by phone on Tuesday, July 10th. By the way, brilliant move. You got to give a brilliant move for laundry service because they terminated their account with Papa John's and now they're in the news getting more promotion than ever. Reached by phone on Tuesday, July 10th, a representative for Papa John's requested an advance copy of this story. Forbes declined, and representative said he would withhold comment until after publication. Then on Wednesday morning, the company sent a statement that did not dispute any of Forbes' reporting, but noted that Papa John condemns racism in any insensitive language, no matter the situation. We've also enclosed some garlic butter. So no, we take great.
That would be dope.
We take great pride in the diversity of Papa John's family. Though diversity and inclusion in an area will continue to strive and do better. Look, there's many valid reasons to hate Papa John's. Number one, they're fucking sweet fucking tomato sauce.
Ugh.
Number two,
it is terrible.
How much they cost for fucking pizza? It is. Order 2 pizzas from Domino's versus 2 pizzas from Papa John's. 2 pizzas from Papa John's, $30. I'll get you back $30 easy.
And also, the Domino's pizzas will be terrible and probably wrong.
But
the
you paid
price
$5
difference
for them.
is
Who
still,
gives a
yeah,
fuck?
it's
You know?
out of control.
Yeah.
But I want to give you guys the perspective that I agree with, and this was the perspective of a gentleman who goes by the name of Frank Hilly Werewolf Espinosa. But he pointed out what pisses me off about Papa John's and him having to resign is the following. A man sells his Camaro to start a pizza business that becomes successful, and he buys his car back, employing thousands of Americans. So the ADL, NAACP, and journalists get the man to resign from his own company. Lazy, entitled people who create nothing have the desire to take away from someone who created more than all of them put together. America is beyond fucked and beyond common sense. Boppity boopy. Etc. But
I agree with everything but the boppity boopity part.
well, that was just,
oh, okay, then I agree with everything.
I was paraphrasing.
Well, I agree with everything then.
Somebody touch on my spaghetti.
So I do think that I agree with you, Mike. I think that he should have known better. Same reason that you and I, we shouldn't say it on the show. We have to be careful.
You want a tinfoil hat theory?
You're absolutely. But replace the tinfoil after you use it, because now I'm going to be out of tinfoil.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to use a lot.
Okay, cool.
I have a little bit of a tinfoil hat theory here.
Okay.
And maybe I'm wrong, but perhaps this is some sort of a stock manipulation strategy. Just saying.
By whom?
By either Mr. Papa John.
Hey, Mr. John was my dad. Call me Papa.
I mean, he would have to be the guy in on it because it would be.
I got it. Here's what happens. Peyton Manning comes in, becomes the CEO of Papa John. Full circle.
Company tanks immediately.
Immediately.
He would know nothing
tanks.
about. I don't know anything about shipping dough internationally.
No
It
clue.
all went bad. I thought I could use boats. I don't know, man. I'm very scared. I
Even
miss
though my
football.
head's big, it's only filled with football stuff.
And everybody's just going, Jesus, dude, why didn't you just take the coaching gig?
Yeah, come on.
Just maybe. You know, when you have that much money and that much power, he's still on the board. He still owns 25% of the company. This could have been maybe a little bit of a scam to buy back some of his stock. Maybe you drop an N-bomb, have a couple laughs.
But there's other ways to do that without dropping the N-bomb. You know what I mean? And he already did that with the NFL thing.
Yeah, but listen, the stock just went up 11% when he announced he was leaving. 11% in one day. It's so far today, it's up 11%.
So him stepping down has made him money.
For way more money than the CEO job was paying him.
All right. Well, you know what, Mike? You keep the hat on. That's one that
Just saying. And
no, I'm with you. I mean,
and when that stock fucking dipped yesterday, you better believe me, old Papa Johnny picked up a couple new shares too.
Oh,
Hope
real
he made
quick,
some money today.
A preemptive shut up, Ed Rott. I don't fucking care.
You know, actually, the Israeli Mossad owns most of Papa John's. And when I was a soldier who was dishonorably discharged after 6 months, shut up, Ed Rod.
You fucking idiot. Let's move across the pond.
That motherfucker always talk. I was in the military. Shut up, you 4F motherfucker.
The UK is finally, because you know we make fun of them a lot, right? And rightfully so.
I don't. They're our cousins across the pond.
Your cousins, you want to get fucking hit by a truck, which could happen there. They're finally addressing the problems, and we make fun of them for the Trump balloon. We make fun of them for ignoring the voters and not doing Brexit.
Identifying Arab rapists as South
Asians, yes.
Getting beat by Croatia in soccer.
Arresting a journalist for reporting on the child sex thing, but at the same time allowing thousands of people to be sold into and molested for years by South Asians. Not letting people under the age of 16 have knives at all. Even if you're an adult, you can't walk around the street with a knife.
They're taking hammers away.
They're taking hammers. Gardening tools are being taken away. Forget guns. Let's forget that.
That's like a fucking jail. Do you understand that? That's like in jail. Like, I understand why prisons do it, because murderers and rapists are always looking for a way. Like, how do I break this light fixture off and stab this guy in the throat? Because they're criminally insane people. But you're treating normal citizens like this, like they're not to be trusted.
Much like a jail, the prisoners adapt, and they started throwing acid at people's faces.
Which is worse.
Which is way worse, because there's a difference between a knife wound and forever being physically scarred with acid.
Shot is still preferable to all of those things.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Especially if I'm going to get killed in the process.
You don't want to suffer.
Burned with acid or stabbed a million times. I'd rather catch a bullet to the neck and be like, well, I'm done. This one's going to leak out quick.
Well, good news, Mike. They've finally done something that I think we're going to agree with. You want to guess what it might be? Because we talk about a lot of stuff. What do you think they've done to fix their issues in the UK? Yes.
I think they've obviously just went all the way with it.
Oh, boy.
Banned white people.
No, they haven't banned white people.
But you have to have a license to be one.
You're getting closer. Here, Mike, I won't leave you suspense anymore. From the Telegraph. School bans flossing dance because Fortnite moves are intimidating children on the playground.
Good night, everybody. Have a great weekend. We're going to take tomorrow off. Goodbye.
Not only is my account disabled, the whole show's been disabled.
Yeah, the whole
it's
fucking...
just disabled. It's gone. For those of you who don't know, Fortnite I think it's shitty, but it's a game. It's the biggest game right now that everybody's playing.
Do you know how many shitty things that I think are shitty that many, many people enjoy?
Oh, yeah,
everything. And you just go, all right, have your stupid floss dance.
So, you've all seen the floss dance, I'm sure.
Yeah,
everyone
it's
did.
stupid.
We showed lesbians.
It annoys
flossing.
me.
Yeah. And if you play Fortnite, you can make your characters, like most games, you can make your characters dance while you're waiting. You know, like just fucking dance around while you're waiting. Well, a school has banned the dance craze flossing from the hit video game Fortnite because moves are intimidating on children in the playground.
What? All right.
Catherine Cox, head teacher of El Framonco Junior School in Devon, wrote to parents outlining her concerns but faced a furious backlash. She told them, "We want our school to be one in which human beings treat each other with kindness and appreciation." Okay, that's a good goal. No one's
Lovely
arguing
goal.
that. No, who argues that? It's great.
Sounds great.
Fortnite is for 12 years plus. Now, I've played Fortnite. Fortnite is about mass killing of human beings and being awarded by a dance of celebration if you're successful.
That's. I don't think that's.
Okay. If you've ever played Fortnite,
It's just an FPS, right?
It's not just even an
first-person
FPS.
shooter, like a multiplayer shooting game.
Yeah, but it's not even an FPS. It's not Call of Duty.
No, it's like Roblox combined with a
It's
shooter, right? You build things. you blow
It's
each
like
other up.
watching a Looney Tunes cartoon. The animation is that of a cartoon character. They don't really look human. You know what I mean?
And it's so it's not.
It's like cel-shaded cartoons.
Super gore. It's
Yeah. If you've ever played one of those Telltale games where all the characters look like that's what the characters look like. They're just fucking cartoons. You build stuff and you shoot, and yes, you shoot each other. However, there's no gore. It's not like you shoot. There's blood and there's not heads popping. And don't get me wrong, I love games like that. But this game is just it's the guns aren't even realistic. Like, you know, everything's cartoony. So I've played. I hate it. I think it sucks. My sister again last night was like, "Hey, let's play Fortnite." I was like, "All right." I was in there for 2 minutes. I'm like, "I'm gonna go back to Halo. This game. I cannot take this game.
Yeah, there's just certain ones you don't.
It's not for me." And being but according to this teacher,
Like he's a Halo guy. I'm a Call
he's
of
a
Duty
Call of Duty guy. But I'll say this though, I could still play Call of Duty. I cannot play Fortnite because at least Call of Duty. My thing with a game is, if you're playing a shooter, because I'm not talking Skyrim or RPGs, those are a different thing. If you're playing a shooter, I want to, when I'm playing online, start and immediately start shooting. The thing with Fortnite is you have a whole like 20-minute thing where you got to build stuff and you have to build stuff and then wait for people to come in. It takes forever. I just want to get into it and fucking shoot things. I'm like Frank Underwood, not with the kid touching
for shooters
thing.
again. Yeah, and I agree with what you mean. Like with adventure games, certainly.
No,
Like
that's different.
Like Skyrim, I'll spend a whole day building a house. That's fine.
Yeah,
But
organizing
that's
your books.
Not a game that you're going. Yeah, let's all play people. Like that's when you just go. Oh, is everybody gone for the day? I'm just gonna
chill.
you know, and it's peaceful. And because I don't want to learn how to build a real house.
My favorite is the dude, I'm sure you saw it on Skyrim, that he made himself his own mission where it was to kill nothing, just to live in his house with his wife and try not to kill anybody and just have people.
That's really funny.
He would do it's really funny. The videos are online. He would do just normal day activities like cook, and he would read a book.
That's retarded.
And he would
It's very funny, though.
fix his garden. And the only things he had to put up with is like if bandits would come and try to kill him. But even still, like he would only use farm equipment to fight them. It's pretty funny. It's a fucking good gimmick. And there's just hours and hours of it online.
By the way, a little fun tip. I
Yeah.
know the game's 8 years old, but if you ever do play through again and you buy the house and you have wife and kids and a bard and all these people in the house living with you and bandits break into your house, don't use the sweep technique with the Warhammer.
You'll
'cause
kill
you
your
will
wife.
Literally, no, everyone in your home, which is what I did. Everyone died in one swing of the hammer. Like I was Robert Baratheon in one moment.
Your family's been disabled. Fortnite is...
But you can get a new one. It's perfect.
Fortnite is about mass killing of human beings and being awarded by a dance of celebration if you're successful. One of these dances is called the Nazi dance. There's no. By the way, I'll tell you this right now.
No game has that.
There is no game.
No game has that.
There is no game. There's no dance in Fortnite that has that name in it. I'm telling you.
There is no game right now with a team of professionals working on it that want to keep working wherever they're working that put that in the game nowadays. There's just no way.
Fortnite is affecting children's learning and behavior, spelled with a U. It is safeguarding concerns and will be logged as such. She went on to claim children in our school have been using these dances to surround and intimidate other children. You mean play with them and fuck around?
That's what kids do.
They fuck around. Several parents on social media reacted angrily, posting to the Facebook group, "My child is 8. She doesn't even know what Fortnite game is. She just likes the dance." And that's true. People just like the stupid dance. I see kids doing it all the time.
Kids are dumb and do dumb shit.
She's even taught me how to do it. She is actually quite worried. I find it absolutely ludicrous that my child now feels this way about a daft dance move. Another said, bullying is rife in all schools. Blaming it on a game, dance, and parents is just another poor excuse. Clarifying the school's position, Jody Lee Bradoshel, assistant head teacher in our school. A few incidents have taken place at lunchtime where pupils have been upset by some unpleasant dances. Our main priority is safeguarding and the well-being of children, and this has caused us to speak up with the pupils that reinforce. Okay, so again, notice a trend with fucking the UK? People are stabbing each other. Instead of taking care of these South Asians that are doing it, we're going to get rid of knives. People are raping each other, right? Instead of taking care of the people that are doing the rapes, we're going to have no-go zones. What they should be doing if kids are getting bullied, regardless of what they're doing, you don't take the dance away from other kids that like to just have fun. You stop the kids that are bullied. You treat the individual. You don't treat the fucking...
Hey, whoa, bigot. No.
What? How is that what I said bigoted?
Because you're a bigot.
How?
Because once we start targeting troublesome individuals, well, you'll see.
Statistically, it'll be one kind of individual.
Be very, very racist.
Yeah,
and I think
sure,
that's
fair
the
enough.
problem.
Fortnite, which can be played on game consoles, mobile phones, and computers, is a survival game which sees players work together to kill off zombie-like creatures.
No, I was listening. I realized I looked at you. You loaded up the thing.
Yeah, I know. It's been an hour. Can you believe
We're
it?
killing it today.
RevengeOfTheSys.com/donate. That's how you help us. Streamlabs.com/RevengeOfTheSys. Help us get to DC and buy me a drink because I'm doing all right. But I know as soon as I log off of this show, I'm going to still be livid.
We'll have a little boost.
A couple lifts.
Also, the Amazon thing, of course. If you're going to do some Amazon shopping, you go to that very same page, revengeofthesys.com/donate. Click on the Amazon banner and then buy your weird, books about the Illuminati and your gun scopes and your dildos or whatever the fuck. And then...
have you been looking at the purchase history? Because so have I, and you just nailed it.
I don't think there's any dildos on there, but the gun stuff and the
You're right.
Illuminati books.
Adult back massager.
Oh, yeah. By the way, I don't know if you guys know this, but we can see what you buy.
We can see what you buy.
We don't know who bought it.
No, we don't.
They're not that creepy, but they tells us whatever gets bought, and it's... You guys are fucking weird. So, we're...
A lot of flag material, red paint. I'm not really sure what you're doing. Guys,
our Amazon purchases are actually a reflection of us.
You know what? Somebody must be doing a weather project, because I saw a lot of lightning bolts that were sold. What do you think that might be?
Look, I don't think that was for that. This was never mind. Look, we're gonna.
Somebody has a name that starts with an S and ends with an S because there's a lot of monogram shirts that people are buying with that.
A lot of HHs too.
Yeah,
you guys gotta knock it off.
You think Hulk Hogan listens?
Ooh, he's right in Tampa. That's right,
of course.
Guys. Hulk Hogan listens to this show. Don't tell anybody.
We'll be right back.
Hulkster, if that's you, call in.
Yeah,
brother.
Yeah, because I need some HGH. Yeah. We'll be right back.
We need somebody to come here and steal the spotlight from the two of us and never give it back.
And we need somebody to use the N-word even more harsher than Papa John did.
So Hulk Hogan, if you're listening, come on the show. We need somebody to not put anybody over.
We'll be back in 5 minutes. Stay where you are. Talk amongst yourselves. Revenge of the Sith.
The most exciting 2 hours of television is back with an all-new Revenge of the Sith. As Royce and Mersch continue to track an international deep state pedophile ring, their journey to the nation's capital is put on hold as Orlando's best police cops receive a cryptic message from an old colleague.
It's a message from my old partner. He needs to see us in Los Angeles right now. Says it's related to our case.
Do you trust him?
As much as I trust you, partner.
What's to know then? A detour from their original investigation finds these no-nonsense detectives in the middle of Hollywood.
Thanks for meeting me. We can't talk low. They're probably following me.
Who's following you?
The Podesta brothers. They've got eyes everywhere, Lopez.
Now trapped between deep state globalists and the Hollywood elite, Lopez and Mersch are on the case. They're no longer avenging Orlando. They're saving America. And this week, they're taking on Pedowood.
I've been working this case. This Dan Schneider guy, producer at Nickelodeon, he's into kids. Or feet. Or kids' feet.
Yeah, the iCarly guy.
How do you know all this?
Thanks for meeting me.
No problem, Miss Bynes.
This is Amanda Bynes? Jesus, she looks terrible.
Dude, she can hear you.
Watch this week as the web grows bigger, the case becomes more complex, and more older model cars get wrecked and plenty of nameless extras get shot. This week on an all-new Revenge of the Sis, followed by Nazi Lawyer. USA, hotels don't have Netflix.
For this performance in Delaware.
To make your shopping day a little easier.
Mervyn's Dollar Day sale is going on right now, and that means great buys on clothes for kids. All this week, you can save on boys' clothes by Campus Le Tigre. Short-sleeve Le Tigre knits are the shirts all the boys will be wearing back to school.
Do you like pranks, guns, and jokes about retarded people? Well, so do we, but odds are your liberal snowflake friend doesn't. How would you like an easy, cost-effective way of screwing with that friend anonymously without losing your Twitter account? Guns for Tards is the perfect way to trigger SJW anonymously through the mail. For a low fee, your target will receive a beautifully designed professional mailer from our fictional Guns for Tards charity containing a thank you letter for their donation. They'll be led to believe that money was donated in their name to a charity that advocates Second Amendment rights for the mentally handicapped people in their area. For a few extra bucks, they will receive pictures and a detailed profile of a retarded person who they helped harm. It's all fun and games, well, except for that idiot who gets this in their mailbox and freaks out. Messing with someone through the mail is effective. Most people do it trolling over the internet, but regular mail is way more invasive. Whether it's a boss, an ex, or a liberal professor you don't like, this is the perfect way to screw with someone anonymously for the cost of a cup of coffee. Well, a cup of coffee in Manhattan, in a fancy coffee shop. Check out www.gunsfortards.com and select a package today. Use promo code MERSH for 10% off.
Ladies and gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. We can make him better than he was before. Better, stronger, faster. A new night, a new time. The Sully Show returns to More Like Radio, Tuesdays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern before Dutch and Royce. Tuesday nights will never be the same.
I am the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace. I am a thatched roof cottage in Wales. I am the best of Great Britain. I am British Caledonian Airways.
From Time Life Music comes a one-of-a-kind Rat Pack collection, their most bigoted songs. All your favorite once acceptable hits like Drunk Old Injun.
The drunk old Injun squatting in his teepee, fire water keeping him warm.
Jewish Nose.
She's got a big, beautiful Jewish nose, and it's there 2 minutes early wherever she goes.
Dean Martin singing Chinaman's Chants.
And Mr. Chinaman say in his Chinaman way, a ding-a-ling, a ching, a chong, a ching, a chong, choo.
Pew Stinky Frenchman.
Paris is lovely and Nice sure is nice, and Marseille is charming with champagne on ice. But you stinky Frenchmen haven't a clue. Pew stinky Frenchmen, frog you.
Hey there, Fruity.
Hey there, Fruity, you can do my hair. Hey there, Fruity, don't touch me down there. Hey there, Fruity, again I don't approve.
And many more.
RevengeOfTheSys.com. Thank you for staying with us through the second hour of the show. It's Thursday, one more day till Friday. Don't forget, we have a special guest tomorrow. We have Mitch Kyle, who was on the team that made the Gray State film and also was in the Gray State documentary. I believe it was A&E where it was on. We'll have him tomorrow, so we're going to talk about that. We'll talk about the old days of conspiracy theories, back in the day when InfoWars was way more tinfoil hat than it was now. And like Mike said, probably get into what happened to the Ron Paul Libertarian Party and what they evolved into. It's going to be all in the same vein, folks.
Spoiler alert, a lot of them aren't fans of Israel.
Yeah, a lot of them buy stuff from our Amazon. Let's put it that way. So
a lot of them wear polo shirts.
So welcome back to the second hour. I am still post-block, just as a reminder, because Facebook wants to make me not a person. They're not people.
They're not people. I called her a beep because she was.
It's very level-headed there, Anthony. Really level-headed.
That's what everybody does in the middle of Times Square. Fucking 4 in the morning on a holiday
pills.
weekend. On a holiday weekend, no less.
Out of all the time,
enjoy your life.
Yeah. Aren't you getting shit from some alt-right people? You were telling me before the show.
Yeah, just fighting with a few of them. It's not like, look, it's really not a big deal. It's just that fucking stupid boomer Ava, that Stephanie Ava, whatever, fucking old deflated beach ball looking woman.
I don't give a damn what you think. Are you in the alt-right or not?
She's not. She thinks she's alt-right because she hates blacks and Mexicans.
Well, not the Mex. Well, if that's the case, my entire family has always been alt-right.
It's so weird, right? Because a lot of retard white trash thinks like, yeah, I'm alt-right too. I hate them coloreds. But the problem is, like, it's not a prerequisite to be necessarily for racism to be your priority. I know people who are considered alt-right that aren't even into the race thing. But there are a lot of methed out white trash that think that they're part of the movement. And, I was checking out the last night, the It's Going Down leaks of stupid Kessler's fucking Killers Row, his fucking top secret group chat of all the organizers of Unite the Right too. What a fucking jag-off. Anyway, my name was brought up in the chat logs. So now my name and the name of this show is on It's Going Down.
Yes!
.org.
Moving up in the world, folks.
Yeah,
Maybe that's why I got a post ban.
People were being told not to trust me by this lady. And then from what I've heard...
Hold on. That's not... Your FBI handler told me you're very trustworthy. So what are they worried about?
So anyway. He's kidding.
Am I?
No. But... Anyway, so now, of course, I called that person out. I do believe that person was responsible for said leak. Mm-hmm. You're a dumb white trash boomer. Steph, if you're watching this, you're gross. You don't help anybody. You would actually do the world a better service if you claimed to be Democrat and conducted yourself the way you did. I'm getting a lot of shit now. I was like, I'm like, I don't care. So I pretty much put it out there today. If you're still alt-right in July of 2018, I do not respect you. Okay? So don't come to me with any of this drama. I'm done with you people. I'm done advocating for you people. You people have fucked everything up for yourselves. So stop coming. Well, do you still like so-and-so? No, I don't like any of you. Leave me alone.
Thank you for Trolita, by the way, who sent me this video. This was at the Portland, so it's going to be great. And they're still protesting ICE people. And we're going to play this video here. And we're going to see where it takes a nasty turn. So a lot of these ICE people, ICE employees, some of them are black, some of them are Hispanic. Because like Mike said, it's Portland. So let's hear them protesting this ICE facility.
Sure.
Okay.
Everybody that's watching this on...
By the way, stupid, if you would have turned your camera, this wouldn't have been a problem, you fucking idiot.
Facebook right now, fucking share this stream right now. Right fucking now.
How they're treating them. Look at our comrades.
Look at our comrades.
Comrades.
Hey, you idiots! You're the communist.
By the way,
you're the communist. You don't get to take comrade. You're the communist. If you want to say fascist, we'll work with you. But don't fucking comrade is what we call you, okay?
Shit! Fascist!
Fuck you guys!
It gets better.
But I want to know this, right? Because you guys keep talking about Russian collusion and Trump and Russians are running our country, right? Comrade is a word that originated in Iberia, which is Russia, for those of you people that are, a little behind on your geography. So you're claiming that our president and the right wing are all Russian bots and trolls while calling each other comrade and not seeing any sort of fucking irony to that. Gross.
You fucking Nazi! You say thank you to being a Nazi? Oh my god, he just said thank you to being a Nazi! Oh.
You know what this is like? Lisa's gonna marry a carrot! Are you fucking serious? What are you?
Lisa's gonna marry
5?
a carrot.
What are you, 5 years old?
Lisa's gonna marry a carrot. That's a great reference.
That's what they're doing! Lisa said she loves a carrot! What the fuck is wrong with you people?
You don't get politics, Royce.
But no, I think I have a pretty good grasp of them. I didn't think about the SpongeBob thing.
Fascist.
You're right. You're right.
Guys, you have to bash the fash every time you see it.
Do you, though, or can you just go to work?
I used to say bash the something else that sounds a lot like fash.
Oh, don't.
But nowadays, if you say that, we would get 3 months off of YouTube. But if you say bash the fash, if you encourage violence against just normal, everyday white Christian folk.
So it's like LGBTF plus.
That would be, or really just.
Is the plus because they're all pause?
I thought the F would just eliminate all the other letters.
You're right. It's a time saver.
Point? Yeah, it's just
time
F.
saver.
It's just, you turn all of those letters into F.
F plus, because again, the pause thing. But Mike, this gets better. This is just a preamble. Get ready for the main course.
Oh my god!
You're fucking nigger to the white man!
Did you hear that? Did you hear what these protesters called these police officers? Oh, these ICE employees? And by the way, a couple of them are black. It needs to be pointed out.
And also, let's say
I don't know why Papa John is at this protest.
Let's say they weren't black.
Even still, you're right.
You can't be dropping hard R's. You can't be dropping N's with the hard R's in 2018. I don't care what fucking side of good or evil you think you're on.
No.
You can't be dropping hard N bombs.
More.
Fucking nigger to the white man! You are the nigger!
Look how she immediately put the camera down when the guy, because the person holding the camera is a white person.
And,
obviously.
again, let's also point out, he's really getting them in, isn't he? Like, he's really enjoying them.
Yeah.
Like, it's the one time he's ever going to get to use the word.
Is he a black guy, maybe? The guy saying it? I'm not trying to be racist, but I'm saying by the...
He doesn't sound like it.
Okay. You might be right.
Let's go back a little bit. I want to hear him again.
Sure. I'm sure that's why you want to go back.
No, I really want to hear it.
I know. Kidding.
Fucking nigger to the white man!
He's a white guy.
He's a white guy. That's a white guy.
guy.
That's a white guy.
Hands down.
That's a white guy. You're right.
I'm telling you, dude, and it has nothing to do with talking white, because you get me the most eloquent, articulate black guy in the world. I'll hear in his voice if he's a black guy. You guys have seen I'm really good with the voice thing. Yeah, that's
you
a
could.
white guy.
Perfect example. I could listen to somebody who's been in this country their whole life, but if they originally were Cuban, you could tell it's not a race thing. It's just there's a way of speaking.
Yeah. And you're gonna even ask Royce, how many times have we been watching an animated something and I've gone, oh man, that's so and so from such and such, and you're like, Jesus, I said like one sentence, and I know voices, man. I wanted to be a voice actor for years. Like
he does his impressions. He sounds like the real people.
It's just I don't want to have any Manischewitz on my table. It looked funny on my table.
Fucking nigger to the white man! You are the nigger!
You think she's going to stop?
Stop. We're live on Facebook.
I'm filming and showing people what heroes we are.
Yes, stop it.
Stop yelling the N-word in the middle of Portland.
We love you, Clementine! We love you, Clementine! I love you, Tony!
Who's
Look, clementines aren't even the best oranges.
No, they're the worst.
Florida oranges are the best
They're the
oranges. If we're being
greatest oranges.
If we're being honest, maybe we're spoiled.
Clementines are all right. If I see some in the fridge, I'll have one.
Yeah, but it's not.
I'm not excited about it.
If you see clementines in the fridge and nice fresh Florida oranges, you go for the Florida orange first.
Now,
always.
Is clementine a specific code, or is this a person? Is this
I don't know what it
some
means.
human sex trafficker they're defending?
I love you, Tony!
Oh, they're probably talking about the guy on the ground, maybe? Oh, because they were arresting one of the protesters for being a fucking spurg.
We love you, Tony! We love you, Vivian!
You're a fucking traitor.
Do you love them enough to pay their bail?
They don't have any money. They're gonna go start a GoFundMe now.
They could sell their single-speed bikes and fucking designer kazoos.
Hey guys, our comrade got arrested fighting fascism today, man. And as much as we don't believe in money, could you send us some money?
You're a fuckman. Hey, you fucking cops are class traitor. Fuck you.
I am so great. I am so great.
I remember that was Bart running around
Yeah,
with the pants.
with the
That's
pan.
what
Yeah,
this is,
This
though.
is fucking. You're all children. You're all children.
This is very childish.
He's.
It's
Sorry, I get angry.
so childish.
Maybe it's Quentin Tarantino saying it.
You know that
He's
could be it.
allowed, right?
You know what, man? You're just like some kind of like N-word, man.
Jesus.
And I'm a genius, okay?
Outside of my door, does it say dead immigrant storage?
God, well, you know.
How did you tell me what my protest sign is? Okay, I'm the one who buys it.
Look, if Bonnie comes home and finds me dragging some beaner into a jail cell, okay, I'm gonna get fucking divorced. I don't know, he's turned into Ben Shapiro.
I called the ACLU, okay? ACLU? That's all you had to say.
Just come spring everybody.
And to be fair, most of the protesters are dressed like Sam Jackson and Travolta when he gives them the clothes. So after they have to take the bloody suits off.
Basketball shorts, old t-shirts, Jimmy's old clothes.
You're gonna fucking die alone.
Shame! Shame!
Ding. Shame.
Ding.
Shame.
Ding. It's look, and I love Game of Thrones. Mike probably loves even more than I do, but we both love Game of Thrones.
Ding.
But why is it that these people can only reference Harry Potter and Game of Thrones and their horizons?
They don't even reference Game of Thrones, really. They just stole the shame thing, which is
you're
weird.
right.
It's but like outside of, I don't even think they understand Game of Thrones lore. And also, by the way, you know, Game of Thrones isn't exactly like fucking commie friendly.
No, it's not. It's quite the opposite, except for the Iron Bank.
That, by the way, that is a large woman. I could tell you that.
Oh, absolutely, very
could hear it.
verbose.
You could hear it in
Yeah.
the jowls.
Yeah.
Like when the jowls are big, it goes.
Big guy, girl.
What do they think they're getting out of this, though, other than just noise?
They don't get that calling a black, like you said, it doesn't have to be a cop, but specifically a black cop, the N-word may look bad for their movement. They don't think that that's going to look bad for them.
Again, this is what happens when you, and this is why I've always told people, don't fucking demonize the enemy. Don't be a person that goes, well, Nazis were just evil, and they were evil demon people, and I would never be a Nazi. And it's like, no, you could very easily become a Nazi. Like here.
Yeah, ask
when you're
Poland.
screaming the N-word at a black cop.
Ask Poland how quickly you could become one. The turnaround time was remarkably fast. A couple more things. Trolita did great, by the way. She even gave me the time codes. So here's the next one she coded.
You will go down as the one who said thank you to being a Nazi.
Master gives you an order, you follow it. You fucking put brown black people in cages. You're a nigger.
Look, they're transporting the kids. Fuck you! This is the bus. This is the bus that takes the detainees up to Look how stupid.
I've said it again, but I'll say
I can't make out what's going on because, again, this dumb bitch putting this sideways is giving me a goddamn headache.
Well, I'll tell you what's going on.
So I'm like,
yeah,
this is terrible. This woman is terrible.
This is what's going on. A couple of people, because they didn't arrest all the protesters, but some of them were being destructive, crossing the line. They told them not to cross. That became federal property and said you can't be. They did it anyway, and that's why this started. And I'll say this again, and I know I said it before, but I have to say it again. I realize now, a couple of years ago, that the comedian was the good guy of Watchmen. Because do you know how badly I would love for him to show up and start shooting him in the face with tear gas canisters?
I always liked the comedian.
Yeah.
Like, some people, like, that was the kind of movie, I think the first time I went to see it, I saw it with a girlfriend. And she was just kind of like, what a rotten guy. And I'm like, damn, man, that guy's America the person. Like he is Navy SEAL the person. That just is like, you don't want to deal with these people like head on all the time in a regular, fucking civilians in a regular bar. But you'd be happy to have that guy on your team when you need him.
Isn't it funny that this?
And some of you people do need rubber bullets to the chest.
Yeah.
Like there's no other solution.
Isn't it funny that this SJW thing has more N-words in it than any white nationalist rally I've ever seen in my life?
No.
We went to Unite the Right. Unite the Right. We went to the Richard Spencer thing, is what I meant to say. None of the people wearing white polos were dropping N-bombs, at least publicly, like this.
I mean, look, you don't really see it. Look, even in the dirtiest, like, shit-posting rooms, it's generally used jokingly, but you don't see like people are more clever than that. If people are going to be racist and take shots at you, they want to elevate it, take it to a new level. They're not just going to spurg out and yell the N-bomb over and over again.
He is. He fucking maced himself. Fucking idiot.
You fucking idiot.
This is the bus. This is where they take. Hey! Who are you, sir?
Take him to your concentration camp, man!
Who you serve? Who you fucking protect?
The community of Portland.
Yeah, they're protecting the community
asshole.
From you people that are doing this. I think that what we should do is to make it up for these people because they are treated badly. Mike,
just kill everyone in Portland other than the cops.
Smarter than that.
Okay.
Look, free helicopter rides. Everyone's free helicopter rides.
Of course.
And we take them up, let them see the town, and yada yada yada. Problem solved.
Yeah, you take them up, right, in a helicopter. You fly them around a little bit, right? And as they look down at their city, they'll start to feel more civic pride.
I like that.
Give them
a closer look.
And then the best way, right, to really give them like some perspective is to fly the helicopter sort of out over the water to get a nice view of the city. No, I'm not. Don't worry.
Okay, I'm in with you still.
But just, and then when you're out in the water, bang, a bang, a boom, and then problem solved.
So, this is another, we haven't talked about it in a while, but it is another Dan Schneider update, but something that we missed when we were doing our research for Dan Schneider. For those who don't know, new listeners, you could look at our channel. So once things with the most views is Dan Schneider being an alleged pedophile, blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
blah.
Oh, good. So we're going to do one little piece about that. So all you fucking retards will leave us alone for a while. Good call.
Thank you.
Here, it's a Dan Schneider thing. Leave us alone.
Yeah.
Fuck.
This was a skit. By the way, after all that, Dan Schneider did the Amanda Bynes show, and this was a skit. Now, Mike, we're going to be even keel. We're going to be fair. So someone sent us.
Going to be Key and Peele?
Key and Peele. I want to be Key. They sent us this. So we're going to decide, was this kind of weird or is this okay? So this was a skit that was on The Amanda Show, which was like the All That Show. Let's play it. It's called Popper Pants.
This movie is great! But I wish we had popcorn. I'll get some. Don't leave. I'm wearing popper pants. Popper pants? Yeah, the popcorn you make in your pants. Watch!
So far, it's
No. I know, it's just watch it.
silly, goofy kid.
It's a
bit.
goof making popcorn in his pants, right?
Wow! Who wants popcorn? We do! That's good popcorn. It's pants flesh. I'm Popalicious.
Okay.
Still a little weird, but still, you know.
Yeah, right, yeah. I'm gonna add butter. I'm gonna add caramel. I'm gonna add gravy.
So they're pouring the gravy down their pants. The weirdest, this part is kind of weird to me when they bend over, like they're getting a proctologist exam and they rip open the back of the pants.
It's odd.
But it's not the worst thing we've seen, right? It's not the worst thing we've seen, right?
No, not by a long shot.
Popper pants. The popcorn you make in your pants.
So what's the verdict?
It's odd, but I'd say
it's not. You know what it is? If this was one of the first things that we saw, probably would have been more like. But considering everything else we saw,
yeah, this is nothing. Also, I've seen. Look, most kids' humor is just stupid and juvenile and like. The fuck do you want from these kids? Good dialogue, sharp, witty fucking banter. Like, of course, it's gonna be popcorn you make in your pants. It's weird, but I think that. Look, I understand. Some of you folks out there, you mean well. You do, I know. And you dig up all this stuff.
Right.
You think you got a hot scoop. And sometimes it's not anything. And also, you know, when people send us the stuff that aired, because we've had that before. People send us stuff, look at this shit.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Like, we got this son of a bitch. And I'm like, if it's anything that aired on television, no, you know. Anything that's ever aired on television, you're not finding that.
Yeah, I mean, again, the thing where we saw what's her face, going out, whatever faces with the water bottle, that was weird, you know.
See, but that's where I think a lot of the degeneracy was hidden. It was hidden on the social media, on the Vines, and on the website videos. You know what I mean? It was never on the show, but like that kind of stuff, like the Ariana Grande stuff, was fucking creepy as shit.
Weird.
And I mean, that's like the second creepiest thing that Ariana Grande's done next to dating Pete Davidson.
What an alpha male she's dating, huh?
Have you seen his decline?
I've seen.
He's going to kill himself. That's another Mersh prediction. Mershanon predicting that Pete Davidson, Ariana Grande will leave him at some point.
Obviously.
And he will kill himself, or at least attempt to kill himself. I'm going to predict that this all happens before, I don't want to get too cocky, before next summer. Within a year, it'll happen. I don't want to get...
Now, okay.
I want to say...
Do you get the credit if he succeeds or if he tries?
Either or.
Okay. I just want to make sure that we...
Yeah, I'm not gonna lose my cool points because you're a faggot and can't get the job done. The point is, I even want to go so far as to say it'll all happen before the holidays, but we'll see.
How about a feel good story for you?
Pete Davidson has just been
very similar. The dude who got sent to the hospital after sucking a giant dick is the hero 2018 needs. In the age of superheroes oversaturation, it's sometimes easy to forget that it doesn't take radioactive spider, a jar of serum, or magic hammer to make truly a true hero. Sometimes it just takes being an absolutely ruined by a giant schlong. This is a story of a hero who sucked a 10-inch penis and went to the hospital.
That's nothing. I knew that was good.
To the casual observer, getting destroyed by a large penis isn't exactly impressive, but it's the can-do attitude that makes him a hero. It's not about falling down. It's about getting back up and choking down another penis. The aspirational story of Freddie Alanis is that of a young man who took a great selfie from the hospital bed after having his airway ruptured during a grinder hookup, in which he said this on his, sucked a Hulk-sized dick. The tweet said, "Excuse my bad angle, but remember when I suck a Hulk-sized dick and ended up in the ER afterwards. Never forget." However, it was in the interview with literally perfect website Them, which showcased how much of a hero this poor downtrodden boy actually is. He's an avatar of queer resilience. A Dick Phoenix rising.
Who wrote this article?
Junkie. Alanis noted that even though he knew something was wrong, he continued his work and finished off the owner of the oversized dick. "Yes, I wasn't going to stop," he said. "In the heat of the moment, my willpower and will continued." Stamina. Later on in the interview, he asked if the virality of his story will cause him any issues, and if his parents know he was gay. "They do," he answered. "They just don't know I'm a whore." So, folks,
there you go.
Type F.
So brave.
For fucking his throat.
So inspirational. And, you know, it's just beautiful. It's beautiful when you hear a story like that of resilience.
No, overcoming adversity, I would say.
Overcoming adversity. Just seeing a great American pull himself up by his bootstraps and take all 10 inches of that donger.
All the way down.
Until he tore up his airways.
Speaking of being tore up.
From the floor up, I like to say.
Oh, her page was taken down. But I'm going to read it anyway. LaShawn McCoy is accused of beating his girlfriend in horrific photo.
Oh, boy, that photo vanished, huh?
Can somebody... Hey, Jamies, can you send me that photo, please? Get it for me? Because, look, this is from... I pulled it from the Instagram. It's gone. So somebody send it to me. LaShawn McCoy has been accused of beating his girlfriend, according to an Instagram post.
Somebody got a letter from an attorney.
The user, Mi Amor I Adore, posted a disturbing picture Tuesday morning that showed a woman who she says in Delisa Corden, McCoy's apparent girlfriend, with cuts, bruises, and blood on her face, with a caption that alleged, among other things, domestic assault. McCoy quickly denied the allegations. For the record, the total baseless and offensive claims made against me today on social media are completely false, he says in a statement. Furthermore, I have not had a direct contact with any of the people involved in months.
Which accusations? Was it the stretching during the national anthem thing, or the not tipping people?
Now, the stretching thing I heard. Explain to me the not tipping thing, because I really hadn't heard this.
Oh, that came out like a year or two ago.
That
That he was known from multiple places as being a guy who never tips anywhere he goes. And I mean, he goes and brings like 8-10 guys out with him, and they'll all have a fucking giant meal, bottles, all that shit, and he doesn't tip, and he's a dick about it. He also allegedly beat up 2 fucking cops. He got arrested for it. 2 off-duty cops, and then they just didn't press charges because it was in Philadelphia. And because he led the league in fucking yards. So
there, I found it.
You know, that's the fucking way the crookie crumbles. That's the fucking way she goes, he says.
The fucking way she goes. WKBW in Buffalo is reporting that the police in Milton, Georgia, are investigating the accusations. According to ESPN, the Bills are aware of the allegations against McCoy and are looking into it. It says, Shady McCoy is a devil. You are an animal. The caption reads, "We didn't say anything about how you beat your dog, Henny, into kidney failure. Let's not talk about all the times my best friend had to stop you from viciously beating your son for small things like peeing the bed. We kept quiet about your drug usage, all the illegal steroids and needles you were using, but we will not keep quiet about this. I can't believe you did this to my best friend. Your karma is going to be so real. The world needs to know the type of animal you are. This was just her yesterday on the left, and now this morning, this is her on the right. Hashtag woman beater. In 2016, McCoy was accused of assaulting 2 off-duty cops, like you said, at a bar in Philadelphia. The cops later filed a lawsuit, but no criminal charges were pressed. Do you think he did it? Because he's denying it. Do you think he did it? Because of the history, right?
I think he did it.
Because
If anybody was going to do this to a broad, it would be LaShawn McCoy. I don't think he's a good person.
LaShawn McCoy's ex-girlfriend and how home invasion 911 call. It has something to do with my ex. Oh, this is from 18 minutes ago. USA Today Sports' AJ Perez with details of the complicated story and accusations against Buffalo Bills star LaShawn McCoy. Delisha Corden's voice trembled as she described the assailant that broke into a Georgia home owned by Buffalo Bills Pro Bowl running back LaShawn McCoy early Tuesday morning. In a 911 call released to USA Today Sports and other outlets, Corden, the estranged girlfriend who McCoy had multiple attempts to evict, also called 911 operator that she thought the break-in had something to do with McCoy, according to the audio. He took a diamond bracelet off my wrist, Corden said. He just kept asking for jewelry, I think. It has something to do with my ex-boyfriend. So she's alleging that he sent her, because she's still living apparently in his old house.
And he wants her out.
Right. Corden and her cousin were forced into a bathroom of the house by the intruder, who Corden described as a black male who appeared to be a little guy. Corden's lawyer...
Yeah, Atlanta police. So get on that. Find this man.
That's like finding a well-you-know-what in a haystack.
Or in Atlanta.
Corden's lawmaker, Ty Mitchell Graham, said in a statement earlier this week that Corden was struck in the face with a firearm multiple times. That's why you see the blood. And the perpetrator demanded specific items of jewelry, which Mr. McCoy had requested back on many occasions. Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
And you know what? I'm sorry, bud, but all they're going to need is a couple of text messages
of you saying, I gave you that diamond bracelet?
Yeah. You're going to be fucked, buddy.
You should have had, listen, you're an idiot. If you want to do it right way, you have them steal other stuff, like a TV and other things that,
And why do you need the jewelry back? Why do you need money that bad? You don't fucking tip anybody.
I have the 911 call.
What's the address of your emergency?
Okay, it's 39.
All right, and just repeat that address for me one more time, please. Thank you. I see that on my screen. What's the phone number you're calling me from, ma'am?
Is she a robot?
Okay, I see that on my screen. Okay, tell me exactly what happened.
Someone broke into my house, and the with a gun was looking for money and jewelry, and my son is missing.
Okay. Is the person still in your house right now?
No, they left. My son is missing.
Okay, give me just a moment. I'm getting help going to you.
Oh my God! I can never believe this just happened. Oh, what happened?
Are you at that location now?
Yes.
When did this happen?
Just now. They just left.
Okay. 44, home invasion. Were weapons involved or mentioned, ma'am?
Yes, a gun. I got beat in the face, like me and my cousin, and I had. Oh my God.
All right, I'm getting units right there. 44 home invasion, missing kid. How many suspects were involved, ma'am?
One.
Okay.
Miss, I have to put on my clothes before it's morning.
All right. Where is the suspect now?
I don't know. They left out of my house. But
Okay.
My son is missing.
How did they? All right, I understand. I am getting officers going right now, ma'am. How did they leave?
They made us go upstairs into the bathroom, and they shut the door, and then they left.
Okay. Do you know did you see a vehicle or anything right now?
No,
Anything? Okay.
Anything. No.
All right. I need to get the suspect's description. What was their race?
Black.
All right. Male or female?
Male.
All right. About how old do you think he was?
Maybe, I don't know. He had on a mask.
Okay.
But he sounded, I don't know. He was a little guy.
All right. Could you tell any kind of clothing?
All black.
All black. Okay. Listen, what's your name, ma'am?
We know her name. We don't need to bleep that out.
What was taken?
Okay, and there's a hanging out of my son's windows. I don't know if my son escaped or if that guy went out that way.
Okay. What was taken out of the house?
He took my jewelry off my my diamond bracelet off my wrist, and he just kept asking for jewelry. I think it got something to do with my ex-boyfriend. Because
all right, does anyone... Okay, that's fine. Does anyone need medical attention? You said you were hit in the head. Do you need medical attention?
I have. Okay. My face is demolished right now.
Okay, all right. You're doing a great job. I've got a lot of people coming to help you right now, okay? How many people need medical attention?
Hit bad. Do you need medical attention?
Did she get hit as well? All right, let's go ahead. I'll get him.
Okay, well, I mean, you get that's pretty much the gist of it. So, yeah, she said that it was something to do. Now, again, kudos to the 911 officer, because dispatcher, because sometimes you hear them and they're bad. She was good.
Yeah, no. Dude.
She was really good. Yeah.
We have listened
Mm-hmm.
to some really shitty 911 operators, but this woman was on the fucking ball. So props to her for that. Because, again, we've heard some, I don't know. What do you want? Come on, get on it.
Ma'am, I'm going to need you to calm down. I was shot, ma'am. I'm going to need you.
Or they're rude as fuck.
Like,
this lady was
what?
being nice. Like, calm down. Don't worry. We got somebody coming.
Yeah. So more's going to come out, I'm sure. And I think the next thing that's going to pop up is going to be text messages that she's going to release saying, I want my diamond bracelet. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but it's weird if only specific items were stolen, you know? And again...
And it's weird because she said straight up, like, they never said, like, they implied it was LaShawn McCoy. Because remember that Instagram post was like, look what you did, but. This is now apparently from the home invasion thing. So he's being very careful right now. Listen to what he said. I've not had any contact with any of the people involved in months. He's saying, like, I wasn't there. I was up here in Buffalo hanging out, eating wings, chilling. But it's now they have to establish. You don't think LaShawn McCoy has a couple connects down in Atlanta? Of course.
But I also think LaShawn McCoy is not that smart. And I think something is going to come out.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I mean. He's not going to.
He doesn't have like a fucking chief of staff like a fucking Frank Underwood has. He doesn't have to say anything and knows what to do.
You know who was twice as smart as LaShawn McCoy? Aaron Hernandez was smarter and had more potential than LaShawn McCoy. And that idiot, and he actually was pretty slick about covering it up, and they still got him. I don't think this is going to go well for old.
I think it's going to more.
I've always hated LaShawn McCoy.
Oh yeah, he's so fucking hateable.
So it is what it is.
Mike, 1 through 3.
I hate this game.
Yeah, because there's never any winners, is there?
1.
I'm so glad you said it.
God damn it! It's a rainbow flag and Amy Schumer. I
Amy
really picked
Schumer.
the worst one.
Amy Schumer, because her movies are doing so well.
She looks slightly less fat. I got to give her credit.
I'm
just,
No, here's the thing. The camera was on the Hubble telescope. No. So that's but her career's doing good. Her last movie did really well, remember?
Oh my God, I forgot she had another movie.
I thought she had a career.
No, like I genuinely forgot that.
I feel pretty that she got bashed for, and I think, let's see, Rotten Tomatoes.
That had to make no money because I haven't heard of it since.
The only thing you heard was the controversy. I Feel Pretty from Rotten Tomatoes.
Fuck the Rotten Tomatoes. I want to see box.
I'm going to
office
do that
numbers.
next, but do you want to know what do you think it got on Tomato Meters, which is just to critics, and then we'll do the audience score. Just to critics.
Critics?
Just to critics.
60%.
32%.
Ooh, that's the easy one. You just pay them.
Yeah. Audience score.
It's got to be like 10 or less than 10%.
30%.
Really?
Yeah.
So they're even.
Which is actually really weird if you follow Rotten Tomatoes. That's very odd. The domestic gross of the film was $48 million. The movie, now this doesn't count advertising and all this stuff.
An indie film.
I know. By the way, when you see production budget, that doesn't count promotions and all. This is just
No. Typically, what you want to do, most people, it's a standard, is to double whatever the budget was.
The movie cost $36 million to make.
So it's 72. Let's say they probably scaled back promotion. Mm-hmm. So we'll round it 50 mil.
Opening weekend, it only had 16 mil.
Wow, I forgot the movie and came. I knew it had to be bad.
Well, don't worry. She's making her big comeback because you know what it is? She's more of a common person, like Dusty Rhodes. She's going to talk to the people.
No, she's not.
She has a podcast.
The niece of Chuck Schumer is going to talk to us about being a common man?
Yeah. She has a podcast, but with 2 of her girlfriends and a dude.
Well, it used to be that Brandon Sokolov's podcast, but she just came in and took it over.
Oh, that's a good point. Mm-hmm. Used to be the Mad TV podcast. And every other comedian she stole from. Okay, let's play the trailer because it's fun and wacky. Okay.
Take one marker.
Very good slate.
Introducing the podcast no one's been waiting for.
Is it go time?
Oh, wow. Amy just changed outfits there.
This is
quickly.
Bridget Everett. If you know her, she's a fucking loser and not funny. Oh, you've seen her around, I'm sure. She's another one of those New York comics. And then her best friend in the world's also on the podcast.
Is it go time?
She looks like fucking, go back. She looks like Linda Tripp.
She does.
Right? She looks like Linda Tripp.
She looks like she looks like Chris Farley played a girl in SNL. Lay off me, I'm starving.
That's what I mean. Remember when they had John Goodman play Linda
Yep.
Tripp? That's what this reminds me of.
So it's Bridget Everett, Amy Schumer, Bridget Everett,
Okay.
Rachel Feinstein.
So I still say the whole
By the
thing
way, she could get it if we're being honest.
every time, and then add.
Check us out. Streaming on.
Keith
Are you
Robinson.
serious?
I knew you would love this.
Keith. Oh, not Keith Robinson. What are you doing, guy?
Keith.
Where's he been?
Up Amy Schumer's butt.
The last I heard of Keith Robinson, he was in that, what was that Martin Lawrence basketball movie? Playing with the middle school kids.
Oh, I was thinking Joanna Man. That's a different one.
Good to see you, Keith. You got to take care of them eyebrows.
Damn it, I messed up already. Told you I'm 20, take Keith.
Hi, I'm Amy Schumer, presenting, I say. And this is just to try to get people to listen, kind of.
I have no formal education.
Check the gate. They don't call me one take Bridget for nothing, bitch.
Well, it's just the bloopers, right?
No, this is the actual trailer.
But why does it look like bloopers? Why is it all bloopers?
Because this is the best they could get out of them.
This is garbage.
This is the best thing because she doesn't have any. They don't have anyone to steal from, like you said earlier. You know.
Oh, wait a minute. Yo, this is Keith Robinson. Catch me.
Bag.
I'm on my Spotify ride or die thing.
I'm Rachel Feinstein.
Hi, I'm Bridget Everett.
Hey, this is Keith Robinson.
Hi, I'm Amy Schumer, presenting Three Girls, One Keith, a Spotify original.
See, instead of Two Girls, One Cup. Oh, here's what it is.
Way to make.
You're not laughing because you don't get the joke that's relevant and totally topical.
Way to make a reference to a viral video from like 2006. Jesus. That's
Well, they originally were going to call it Meat Spin, but they didn't do that. By the way, we're changing the name of our show to Lemon Party, the show. Because I want to be topical.
Got to stay hot. Got to stay fresh. Is this show going to be available on MySpace?
Yeah, and Nightwave is being changed to Tub Girl. So we're all doing these different. We're trying new
Try out
things.
some new things.
Girls, One Keith, a Spotify original podcast.
Spotify original. Ooh la la.
Look, Amy, don't fucking quit fucking dangling your successes in front of everybody. Stop talking down to us just because we don't have an exclusive Spotify podcast.
Stream it now.
Cool. You know what? Nobody, by the way, fucking Photoshop gods over here.
She looks like what Amy Schumer would look like if they made her an archer. Like it
Right.
doesn't even
Yeah.
look human.
That's,
you know?
Yeah, exactly. It's cartoon Amy. I don't think this is going to be a very good podcast, if I'm being honest.
Why?
Also, Schooms.
The Schuminator?
If you're listening, stealing our jokes and what have you, you realize nobody goes to Spotify for podcasts.
No.
Right? People go to Spotify because they have music.
That is correct.
And they have playlists and they have the licensing and the rights to all that music. So Spotify, you can build badass playlists. Nobody on Spotify wants to hear you, fatty, hot Jew girl, and Keith Robinson. Fucking seriously, it's you, a fat, gross woman to make you look prettier by comparison, some fucking condescending Jew woman who could get it, and poor man's Keith, poor man's Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
That's what you got.
Yeah, if I wanted to see that, I go to any open mic in fucking New Jersey. Like you guys aren't breaking anything. What are they going to talk about? Amy Schumer's everyday struggle at not eating everything in the pantry? Like I don't understand.
Part of the reason why I don't I've declared this before and I'm declaring it again. Stand-up comedy, for the most part, is dead.
It is. It's dead.
Yeah, you got clubs and you got a circuit and you got people that are still very good at stand-up. And stand-up will never die completely. but there's so many reasons why. There are so many people that were comedians at some point, like even me, where I'm like, fuck a stage. Like your wife brought up the other night. She was like, hey, there's an open mic around here. And she was just bringing it up as like a conversation thing.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not getting on stage. Like I thought they might get on stage. I'm like,
no.
I'm like, I'll do Nightwave and actually make a few
We were
bucks
talking
and
about
shitpost.
going over there to fucking watch the train wreck happening down the road, which
Now,
would
that's
be
something-
fun.
Now that's something I can get behind.
Right.
But I thought she meant it like because she knows I used to always do stand up, and I'm
Right.
like, man, I'd go do Nightwave and be funny for 2 hours, and I don't have to get the light from anybody.
True.
And I can do whatever I want, and I can drink, and I can
And
do it
make
in my-
more money doing
yeah,
that than
make money
stand-up,
and do
yeah.
it in my pajama pants.
Right.
And actually, like literally, there's not even an incentive. Like you used to want to go do stand up to build your audience and network and meet new people, get a whole new city full of people involved. I don't really need to do that now because we're on YouTube and it's word of mouth. And you just do projects, you cut up clips, you try to promote a little bit, but you don't have to, man. It's just going on stage nowadays. I would do it maybe one day just for shits and giggles.
Well,
like one of those just to see if you still got it.
It's like you said. We were talking about earlier because I was talking about my Facebook account and when you add one fucking comedian, you get all of them, and it's like I was Facebook friends with a lot of these up and coming New York comedians, and the pussification and the SJW-ish that's happened in the comedy industry is sadder to me than anything else. Like even the TV shows, even all that stuff. What's sad to me is that not even just a few years ago, you could go to comedians and go, holy shit, that fucking dude, can't believe they said that, or not to sound like a hack, but even Richard Pryor and the George Carlin and stuff like that. It was like, at the time, they were going counter everything. Comedians now, I showed you on Netflix the fucking video of the new stand-up special. It's a bunch of soy boys and lesbians.
No, it's disgusting.
Like
it's gross.
it's this weird. We played the video about the college comics. Like that's what it's turned into.
Do you know what George Carlin had contempt for? Both of you.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yep.
mean? Same thing for a lot of those guys. They fucking hated both of you. And then everybody started wanting to be like Patton Oswalt and all these other fucking liberal
Kill their wife,
dick
allegedly?
sucks. Well, replace her. And did you see that today? I retweeted one of his. That man just doesn't stop with his ooey gooey. I love you, baby. I love you too, booby. Boo, 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 on Twitter, and it's like, nigga, your wife died like 2 years ago. Yeah. Dial the shit back. Your child had a mother, dude. Remember, like all these pictures of like Patton Oswalt pushing this new wife on his kid. It's like no effort's gone in to preserve the memory of the mother of that child. Like you weren't broken up about that shit at all. So whenever people go, how dare you make jokes about Patton Oswalt murdering his wife? I will make jokes about that little midget murdering his wife till the day I die. Because when you giddily replace your wife like that and give your kid a new mommy right away, I'm sorry, you're leaving yourself up to wife murdering jokes. That's the way it is. If Royce's wife died under mysterious circumstances and 2 weeks later he's like, meet my new best gal, his own friends would be having conversations like, did he kill her or something? Because that was lightning. It's like he had her on speed dial.
Weird. It is
so
weird.
yeah, you're gonna get some wife murdering jokes, you little fat pudgy asshole.
And back in the day, man, you used to be able to make jokes about everything, and now it's just turned into this fucking every comic. Do you understand that? And Mike, I'm sure you see it all the time, but every comic, everything's a Trump joke. Everything. That's all it is. And this isn't even look again. I have never been a person who's like, don't make fun of our president. I don't give a fuck. I think that I like the Johnny Carson model. Johnny Carson was not a fucking Republican. He wasn't. But even his jokes were like a couple funny things that Reagan did. But it wasn't this outrage of like, I'm a comic and I'm doing an open mic and also Trump needs to be locked up. And it's like, dude, you're a fucking comic. There's ways to find comedy. We make fun of Trump plenty on this show. There's ways to find comedy in situations without becoming this hardline person that comics have turned like everybody else into fucking activists. Everybody is a fucking activist.
Well, and they're killing comedy for one reason. Because they would rather... Here's the thing. I know how comedy works. You fucking civilians.
I knew it.
All right? I've actually been on a fucking stage, okay?
Mersh had some nitro before this.
But I know how writing jokes works. And obviously, writing jokes does not work for everybody the same exact way. But for a lot of us, it just comes to you. conversation. You break it, but like I used to write my material at the bar, hanging out with my buddies. Like one of the best jokes I ever had when I was like a hack back in the day. It was a hacky joke, but 2000s it was funny. And it was all about the deaf girl. Remember my deaf girl bit where I fucked it? She wanted me to learn sign language, and I'm like, fuck you, you're the one who's different. But it was a mean joke, and it was all about, no, it was the virginity joke when my buddy said he lost his virginity to a girl who was half black and half Puerto Rican, and I was like, you didn't lose your virginity, she stole it from you. And like, you write, and that's how you would write. You go, oh, that's funny, I gotta write that down and turn that into a bit. What these guys are doing now is if they think of a funny joke, but that joke happens to be about Feinstein or Pelosi, they'll censor themselves. They won't tell that funny joke. But they'll try to shoehorn and force write something about Trump that's not funny, as opposed to mine all of the material. You know what I mean? If a Democrat's a fucking retard and your brain is in that mode and you're coming up with good shit about him, rip on him. Don't ever limit yourself to 50% of the material. When Trump fucks up, we will pile on that orange asshole,
of course,
like vultures. You know what I mean?
We have.
Oh yeah, but these people are just like, Blumph, am I right? And I'm like, you never write Pelosi jokes, or you've never written a joke about Maxine Waters? That woman is a gold mine. Hey, gold mine, I'll tell you.
That's exactly the point. And, you know, Frozen Asian brought something else up, and I think it's worth mentioning. Those roast battles. Roast, man, used to be cool. They really were.
Did you see the promo for this latest one?
I have.
It looks
the Bruce Willis
so
one, right?
Boring and sanitized. I mean, the last like 5 have been terrible, but they have a formula now, and it's like, just get Nikki Glaser and fucking Jeff Ross, and Jeff Ross is the only OG that belongs on that panel now.
Well, because they turned something that roasting is now, it's turned into a verb. Like, oh man, that guy just roasted you. No. There's a. If you go back, and I'm sure you do too, you go back and watch the old Friars Club stuff. Those are fucking great.
Go back and watch roasts where they're all smoking cigarettes.
Yes. Perfect.
Those are good roasts. Yeah. Dude, I watched Pryor go off. Go look it up. Who was the guy that died recently? The one that the black guy who used to write for Pryor, the angry one. Paul Mooney. Paul Mooney.
Did he die?
Yeah, he's dead. Is a gay guy. Shocker. I know. Paul Mooney likes dudes, and it kept it very under wraps. But Pryor was ripping into him and calling him.
He's alive.
Is he alive? I don't know. Maybe he's alive. I don't know. I saw some retrospective about him recently. Thought he was dead. I never cared for Paul Mooney, so if he's dead or alive, I really don't care.
If you watch a Chappelle show, you've seen him before.
But Pryor called him the gay F word repeatedly and was talking about it, and it was like brutal at the time. But they would like it was just. Tonight's the night. We're going to call you a faggot because it's like that's what it is. And they went really raw with each other. And nowadays, it's just they hand you Comedy Central staff writers just write off a bunch of, and it's literally every single roast joke is now this. Royce Lopez is a man who blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Ho ho ho! Shit! And it's the same pattern. It's no longer like mean people that would go up there and say my plane had to make a stop at the Brooklyn Bridge. Like or the Empire State Building. Like you never.
That Gilbert Gottfried joke was sorry I'm late, but my plane had a layover at the Empire State Building. It was
the weirdest reaction I've ever seen to a joke to this day, but some of the real true comics
were dying.
Like, fuck. And you guys don't understand is that a week after 9/11, no one had a sense of humor.
That was the first 9/11 joke.
About anything. Yeah, and nobody thought, but even non-9/11 humor. Like you could go, hey, knock, knock, huh? Hey, 2 Polacks walking to a bar. Not now, Steve. Yeah, seriously, there's a lot of people dead. They're still trying to recover bodies from ground zero. So, like, for somebody to go, yeah, my plane had to stop in a building. I was like, oh my god.
It was
love him,
but you know, it's funny. It's funny.
Never not love him.
You're right. I was watching when Rickles was doing the Sammy Davis Jr. one. Holy shit.
Rickles was not a nice man.
It was.
No, he's a lovely man in real life, but he was not a nice man on stage.
It was fucking brutal. And, I mean, Papa John's ain't got nothing on the stuff Rickles was saying. It was the thing with the roast stuff like that, it was always like friends busting balls. It was, and by the way, people listen to go, well, that was in the 60s. No, we're talking about 5-10 years ago.
80s to 90s.
Yeah, no, but even like there was this gallows humor that comedians had that they don't have anymore. And I believe that takes away from what make comedy, at least for me, cool. It's not cool anymore. Comedy isn't cool anymore. Going up there with your mom's glasses and going, well, I tell you what, that Trump, he really hates lesbians. It's like, what is that? That's not comedy. And anyone who's good is immediately drummed out of the fucking business. Sure, there's a couple people that could do it, but outside of that, I mean, unless you're an OG, there's not going to be a new Richard Pryor. There's not. There's not going to fucking be a new Lenny Bruce. There's not going to be a new George Carlin.
And there also used to be no Too Soon.
Joan Rivers is another one.
Too Soon was not a real thing back in the
comedy.
day. Too Soon started like 15 years ago. There was no Too Soon. 9/11 started the Too Soon stuff. Because before that, there was like... I've had literally like times in my life where like a girl I was recently dating or something, and I find out like that they killed themselves or something. And I'm on the road and I'm upset, and a comedian will come up to me like, oh, man, are you all right, dude? Yeah, I just found out that my ex-girlfriend killed themselves. And they'd be like, Jesus, I didn't think his set was that bad.
Okay.
No time
that is
to
funny.
fucking recover. It's got to be immediate because it's like, because then I'm laughing again and it's wrong. Thank you for. I was staring at a wall thinking about when I'm gonna die someday, and you pulled me out of that. When I went back, it's wrong, but it's fucking funny.
And it's really again, man. There's a lot of stuff that nowadays would get you kicked off of YouTube. And we're talking about Andy Rickles' set. If he were to do it today, he would be fucking blackballed from it.
Otto.
Otto's
I love
Otto, man.
Peterson was another guy who was just mean, but he was so fucking sweet in real life.
He was brutal.
He was just so mean when he told that lady, I want to grab your kid and crack his head on a fucking sink for no reason. People getting up and leaving gigs, and I'm like...
You know who else was good at that? Patrice. I know we bring him up a lot, but he was just Mr. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, women are stupid. Like it was brutal in that, and women love the man. It was crazy. And again, I think a lot of that edginess is gone. And I don't think it's ever coming back, man.
No, it's coming back. I will fucking make that shit my goddamn dying fucking mission.
Oh, Colin Griffin's. Have we heard of the Bob Saget roast? Of course, the Bob Saget roast was fucking great. Bob Saget roasts Jack Black about being a pedophile. Think School of Rock. Shit was especially awkward because Jack's bandmate was an actor on the Digital Entertainment Network. Was he now? We have to look into that. By the way, Bob Saget roast. The best thing about the Bob Saget roast, and listen, there's a lot of fun stuff. Norm Macdonald on the Bob Saget roast was the funniest roast that's ever, when he was reading those old time. I guess hey, Gilbert, if you need to use the bathroom, it says gentleman on the door. Ignore it. Go on in. There's not a sign that says scoundrels.
When he did his bomb set.
And by the way, the best part of that, besides how funny
Gilbert
it was,
dying the whole time,
was Jim Norton not getting it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Norton was like the supposed comic sitting there like, and Gilbert was just in a corner dying. What was the?
Apparently, they want to throw you down a well.
It's for the birds.
It's for the birds.
Was my favorite one, I think, when he described a bird and then went, "Folks, this roast is for the birds."
Oh fuck!
And everybody was, and the nervous chatter, like the tittering in the audience of like non-comedians, like, what is he doing? And all you hear the whole set is Gilbert going, ah! Those two love each other, by the way. They're the best.
The knuckle. One of the funniest things too was this. It was just a Jeff Ross joke. Where he was going. I don't think it wasn't Shaq that was roasting me. They roasted everybody. Was there, and Shaq was there. Shaquille O'Neal was there, and he goes, "Yeah, I knew Shaq was coming because I saw his footprint and his knuckle prints." I'm like, "Oh my god, Jeff, dude, it was brutal. You can't do it anymore. Now it's all this fucking ho-hum bullshit, and everything's going to be Trump jokes." And
look, we're running over super late. By the way.
Sorry.
Well, you have a thing.
No, I don't. It was moved to next Thursday.
Oh, that's the only reason I was rushing.
No, it's okay. It's moved to next Thursday because Big Sarge forgot he had to do something. So I will be on the Big Sarge show next Thursday. But you're right. We are running over, and we shouldn't give these fans these ingrates.
Yeah, you get fucking nothing.
Civilians. See, guys, I was going a little late, but Mike ended it. So everyone S to shit on Mersh.
Go fuck yourselves. I got to go get ready for Nightwave.
S to shit on Mersh. Thank you for listening. I really didn't notice, to be honest with you. Thank you for noticing, guys, that we went over. Pop it in a little tip jar, streamlabs.com/revengeofthesith to thank us. But more importantly, become a patron. Patreon.com/we're not sorry. Amazon banner, revengeofthesith.com. Click that if you buy anything. It helps us out tremendously. Buy your shirts. Send some pictures of those shirts. You're going to love it. Your friends are going to think you're super cool. And then you'll hear what we hear all the time, which is like, did you say cyst? No, it's CIS. It's CIS.
Cyst.
I also do want to thank, because now I could officially announce it, the official charity that we're going to be helping out this year, Paralyzed Veterans of America. We've been talking to them. We're going to help them out. They help veterans that come back, and obviously they're paralyzed. That's in the name. But it helps us get back on their feet, help them find jobs. They're going to be having a charity basketball event here in Orlando. We're going to be broadcasting from, so that's going to be fun. But if you go to paralyzedveteransofamerica.com, you can find different ways to give. We're going to give you more information, but if you want to get a heads up, help them out. It really is a good cause, and we're looking for something that actually would really benefit people and not, just sending Applebee's gift cards to some guy in the desert. Anything else you want to plug? You're doing Nightwave tonight, right?
Yeah, Nightwave tonight. I'll see you guys at 10.
All right, and we'll be...
Oh, yeah, no, on Frank's stream. Deleted streams, but I think, Frank, pay attention, guys, because he said that he's going back to his LA Werewolf channel to stream tonight because he got it back. He wants to stream on the
Oh, he got
channel.
it back?
Yeah, so, guys, make sure you watch Frank at 9 p.m. Eastern, and then I'll be on at 10, and we'll have a couple laughs.
All right, thank you guys for listening. Tomorrow we'll have Mitch Heil on from the Gray State documentary and the Gray State movie. Take it easy.